guys?
All right, welcome
It's
everybody. Shut the fuck up. Great start. Welcome everybody to the first Grey Matter Games D&D session. We are here welcome with a group of wonderful people all ready to adventure into the world of Warhammer. So you don't know, we're making tons of exposition today to get into the world, into the lore of the world, and kind of get a feel of what kind of session it's going to be. So, we are starting off the campaign. All the characters have conglomerated into the city of Altdorf, which is the capital of the Empire. The Empire being the main territory and bastion of the men of the world, humans. In the capital city of Altdorf, there's the largest, most prosperous city in the Empire. The reason being for the party to be there is they're currently hosting a Festag, which is a week-long celebration of various drinking, partying, grand festivals, parades, celebrating the 15-year anniversary of the End Times, which was the invasion of chaos into the world, where the great demonic forces tried to destroy the world, destroy all of human life, all the different varied races of the world, but were very importantly defeated. They were not successful in destroying the world, and today is the 15-year anniversary being celebrated in the city of Altdorf. So, every street is covered with people. There are merchants selling wares. There's street vendors cooking food. There's drinking. All over the taverns are spilling over with people. There's just noise and smells everywhere you go. So what we'll do is, if you want to go character by character, or just want to say where you are in the city, or maybe if you're with someone else. If you guys want to say, I don't know if anyone really planned if they were together before session 1. No one wanted to link backstories, right?
I didn't know.
Nope.
Okay. So we can go person by person, just saying maybe where you are in the city, what you're doing, a brief description of your character, and once we're done with everyone, we can kind of see if we can go gather the group and maybe do a little group outing or something like that.
Cool.
I want to start alphabetically, or want to pick randomly?
Roll.
Your DM.
Roll.
It's your show, buddy.
Rolling, alright. So, 6. Gotta do math, right? 7. Okay, I'll roll the 8, and if it's an 8, I'll reroll. 3. Derek, go ahead and start us off. Where are you in the city? What are you doing? And you can introduce your character.
I am John Ralphio. I'm currently at the hottest club. What's the name of this town again? I don't care what the name of this town is.
Altdorf.
Hottest club. I am dancing. I am partying. Drinks are on me, everyone. That's why I'm a high.
And he cuts out.
His party demeanor is too much for his microphone to handle.
Yeah.
John Ralphio goes too hard.
Also, check your DM.
About to get mugged.
Checking my DMs. You can if you want.
We're
Yes,
already
you can if you
We're
want.
already
That should be a card.
I mean, if we don't scheme, are we really playing D&D?
You're right. You're right.
Always scheming.
That's fair.
All right, so John Ralphio, being played by Derek, is currently at the hottest club in town, spending all of his hard-earned money on drinks, food, and women. We'll go next to number 6. Ben.
Do I give a description of my character?
You can, yeah, Derek, if you wanted to describe your character a bit as well before we want to
I'm going
Ben.
to describe him through actions, because that's the best way to describe him. You describe him at a moment.
He's nondescript for the time being. You just know
Okay.
what kind of person he is. So people can paint a mental image of what he looks like before they meet him. Ben, yeah, if you'd like to describe your character and then describe where you are and what you're doing.
Well, my character is a tiefling, male tiefling. He's pink. He's got two sets of four horns on his head, and he's got a beard with long hair. He looks kind of like a bum because yeah, he kind of is one. He wears these rag clothes that are not very flashy or anything like that, and he's just blending into the streets, trying to stay out of trouble. His kind is not very welcome since he's a half demon or something like that. And yeah, and he's just, arriving into this new city and just basically having an internal monologue before moving on with his goal.
Yeah, it's true. Something to note, being that you are half demon, you get a mixed look, mixed reactions from the people in town. Either they're scared of you. Some of them, might pity you, might try to offer you money due to maybe understanding where you came from. Though
I totally accept the money.
as this might be more prevalent in your past, as time has gone on since the end times, people aren't quite aware of how tieflings came to be, as Ben and I have discussed. Maybe we'll just get into that in a later time. But as time has moved on since the end times, people are more scared because they're not sure. They just know the stories of what happened during the end times, of what demons are, because they've been eradicated from the world. No one's seen them in over a decade. So when they see tieflings, they kind of panic, or they think demons are back, or they're not sure what you are, where you came from. So a lot of it is going to be fear, recoiling. No one would outright assault you or anything like that if you were a tiefling, but it might be kind of let's veer away from that. But some of the older folk might be like, oh, you poor thing, and try to give you some money or food and clothing.
I stay out of sight as much as I can.
All right. So that person, I think he turned his cam off for a second. I think he just went.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, girlfriend was in the room, so.
No worries. Connor.
Oh, golly gosh. Alright. I'm playing Vanny Tealeaf. She is a small halfling who's currently looking at affordable housing down in the poor part of town. She's looking for something that can fit a good 20 so of her kids, great possibly more. She's looking for room to expand. She needs at least a good third of her family here is going to be any potential business use. So she's slumming it, going around, taking a look at some of the complexes they've got there. Getting quotes on how close they are to the mines and such, because her family's a bunch of miners. She's interested in having them set up here. She's also keeping her eye out for anything of note, any officials of the law who might be in the area, how frequent they come by, things like that.
So you keep her kids out of trouble, right?
Yeah, she's a very old, 2'10", rotund little woman, and she's happily bobbling along. She's got her little cane out as she walks. She's got a little lily in her hair, and she's wearing this motley garb of different colors that have clearly been patched together from various fabrics found throughout time, and were not at any point intended to be the same article of clothing.
Some weird, haphazardly assembled robe of some sort that adds character, right? The more you add to it.
She's got to patch a bit more on the more she grows.
Exactly.
Not upwards, though.
No. Sideways. All right. Reroll that. 3 8s in a row. Reroll that.
That's a good thing.
Tyler.
Hello. My name's Stigstack, and I'm about 3'7" tall. I'm a goblin. I form a green skin. Like to make my own way now, but I just wandered in through the Badlands with my pal here, and I reach out and I have like this dark hood on, and I like show. You see like huddled away, like dark in the back of the of the hood. You see like a like black and brown bat all curled up that just kind of goes like, and I say, "This is my good pal Squeakers." But yeah, he doesn't like the sunlight too much, and I'm walking around this festag right here, looking at all these Umis, mostly just looking for work. Yeah.
Fucking beautiful. So you're just like walking around the general marketplace in the north part of town?
Yeah, I'm looking essentially for like a place that I can maybe pick up some like mercenary work or anything that would pay some gold.
Perfect. All right. Let's do this. John, you want to go next?
Sure. So, my character is named Kieran Warmwater. He is also a halfling. He's tall for a halfling. He's like a little over 3 feet. He is probably sort of sneaking around the back of, like, behind some stalls where he probably shouldn't be, munching on something that maybe wasn't really purchased. Yeah, he's enjoying the festivities, definitely. He has light brown skin and some, like, silver curly hair. And he's wearing, like, a kilt and a leather coat.
Okay. You're sneaking around the stalls. Everyone is like super busy, so we're not really paying attention. Some might want to keep an eye out for like some thieves because they know better.
Mm-hmm.
But you're kind of just like perusing, so you don't look like the super sneaky type. They might kind of just dismiss you, like walking behind, like, oh, what's he doing there? And someone gets their attention to be like, I want to buy this, so they bring the focus back to it. If you want to try to be a little sneaky, be a little thief, maybe you can see the opportunity here or there.
Right.
But yeah, like everyone's generally super busy or super distracted. Tons of things bustling, and you're in the marketplace. You see tons of different people. Another thing to note in the city, Altdorf being the capital of the empire, traditionally only really had humans living in the city or in different parts of the empire. Sometimes there might be like elven or dwarven emissaries or envoys, maybe traders or merchants that would come to the city and maybe reside there, depending. There is a significant dwarven population in Altdorf. They're the ones who helped construct the fences and the walls of the city itself, and helped expand it in the past 15 years because there was an influx of people coming to town. In the past 15 years, though, the variety of races has really jumped between being like 95% human, 5% other, to being almost like 60% human, 40% other, because Altdorf being one of like the largest bastions of civilization in the world at this time, a lot of the world is still left in ruin and abandoned from the end times. So everyone's conglomerated here. So you're seeing all sorts of different characters. For example, goblins, outer greenskins are a common sight, even though they used to be ancient enemies of the humans and dwarves. They're more than a welcome sight now because they helped join forces against chaos 15 years ago.
That's easy for you to say, you me. Less than welcome, I'd say.
Depending on the character. All right, let's go with Kate.
I did message you about a quick thing before we had started.
I was typing out the answer, but then I got distracted by getting into more detail with John. Yeah, anything physical labor-wise, being that you're more the brawny type, it depends if you have a tool proficiency as well. Maybe you have...
Did I have tool proficiency?
I think we switched it for something else.
I don't think we switched it, but we can go back to that at a later time. But for now, I guess I'm just doing manual work. So, Iris is, she's about a 6 foot tall, 2 foot woman with long, wavy, flame red hair that kind of go like a bit of a darker root, and then it goes out to a bit of a light color, just down to her shoulders. Vibrant green eyes with the freckles all over her painted skin, a bit of Celtic paint over her eyes, a bit of dots here on the lips, and a big circle around her eye. And currently she is wearing a lot of furs and leathers around her arms, furs on her shoulders, sort of a leafy texture on some points, design-wise. It's got a bit of a druidic sort of vibe to it. So she's about middle-age, well, younger. She's about in her mid-20s. At the point right now, she's working around the tavern, bringing about some casks of ale onto another pony, off the ponies, and onto the into the taverns for everybody else.
If you're doing some heavy lifting for a tavern, plenty of work to do, especially during the Festag. Again, like I said, like a week-long festivity. So you maybe kind of bouncing around between jobs in the town because you're trying to offer your services, you know, here or there. But the tavern was like, we need someone to help, you know, manage the building, move our food and our drink around. So you found some work for the week and maybe trying to see if you can line something up moving forward.
Yeah, like, she's been looking for work, obviously, for weapons, so she had been working with the blacksmith, but the blacksmith was currently busy with other things for the festival, I would say. So she was looking around, looking for food and for lodgings and for the week, and anything that she could help with for the moment. She'll be giving out her strength for the people who are less of strength, as to say.
Very heroic.
Question: Did I hear you mention that she was carrying kegs of alcohol?
Yes.
As she walks into the bar, I organize with all of the other bar patrons, point at her and go, "Yes, yes, yes, yes."
I say nothing. I just carry the cast in the back and I walk back
As soon
out.
as she faces it down, the entire bar erupts. And they roar and they cheer. It's like, yeah, more!
She is
My
not
bear.
in the crowd.
DM.
Again, if you guys want to, you guys are traveling about the city, either minding your business or looking for something to do. If you want to conglomerate into a tavern because you hear a John Ralphio sounding character cheering and chanting and being boisterous, by all means.
Yes, the cash. Yeah, she'll like look at everybody and she'd be just really quiet and just walk out again.
Do a post for us before you leave.
No,
What?
not doing that. I walk out.
That's a shit disturber.
Right.
Ben, did you want to...
Oh yeah, am I in the same room as Mr. Ralphino there?
by all means, if you want to be.
Okay. Can I rob him? He looks like he has a lot of
Oh no. We still have a character to
We still... I know, yeah. I was like, we're going to get to... We'll get to you in a second, Cameron. We'll get
time is money, okay?
we'll get to you in a second. Ben, if you want to rob him, I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Depends how drunk he looks.
The other opportunities for sure.
Is Iris a human, Kate?
Yeah, she is human.
Okay, we'll get to the group of you in the tavern in a second. Last but not least, Cameron, can you please introduce your character?
So Craig is in the same place he was last year for the anniversary, the Temple of Sigma Theta Chi that throws the best rager in town. He is...
I'm guessing that's where I am.
No! It's how do I put this? It is
Brothers
very brothers only plus guests.
I see.
Plus guests.
Where I wrote down his fucking height. Where did I write down his fucking height? He is 6'2" of half orc in denim shorts and an open vest. With the fucking bright red headband and shutter shades and whatever the fantasy version of Nike slides are. And he is right now, at this exact moment, upside down on top of a keg.
In true Festag celebration, at least one cake stand for every year since.
That's called hazing, my friend.
Greg does not hold back.
There's a reason the brothers call him Craig Stand.
Craig Stan.
That is his true nickname. So yeah, Greg is going ham as he does. This is just another Tuesday for him. And he's at the college, just like going crazy with his bros. So we want to go back to the tavern with John Ralphio, V, and Iris. Eric, is there anything in particular you want to do with that keg? To acquire the keg?
I wish to purchase the entire keg for all of my friends. And the next one, too.
So, as you've been buying drinks all night, racking up a tab, the barkeep goes, yep, sure, no problem. He's going to call Iris over and say, hey, can you, like, roll and tap the keg? And just, like, bring it right on the table, just, like, right to them. No point in serving them individually. They'll finish the cake themselves. He kind of implores, like, come on, if you can bring it to them and tap it for them, please.
I nod, and I'm just gonna carry it one-armed lumberjack style over to them.
As she gets closer, we just get louder and louder.
If you want to do, if you want to do like insight on her, feel free.
I don't care. I just want the keg.
She's just really uncomfortable being in a crowd like this. So she's just like, okay, I just want to put this down, get out, and just do my work, and blah blah blah.
Do I get disadvantage because I'm drunk, but will?
Yes.
Poisoned condition.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
First roll of the campaign.
Oh my god.
That should have been on the bingo card.
Fucking nat
That
one.
should have been.
Jesus.
This is an ill omen. God damn it, Derek.
Unaware.
I quit.
That's it. It's done. Everyone go home.
I don't want to die to rats. I'm next. Oh god.
They're waiting for you, Ben.
I think it's a good omen, like if it rains on your wedding day.
You are not Alanis Morissette.
I was gonna say, isn't that a song lyric?
It's a saying.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
That's just some dark tidings.
Just because you sing about in the 90s does not make it a saying.
But I need to say, I definitely want to rob the rich boy over there.
I'll get to you in a second. Derek,
I'm holding the keg.
your insight roll tells you that the keg wants to be drunk.
Yes.
You look deep into the keg. You see like it's very deep wooden color.
And Iris is still holding it?
Yes, and he's just staring. You think he's staring at you, Iris, and then you like follow his eyes. He's staring at where the tap would go on the keg, and he's like burning his look through it, and you're just like.
Do I know if he's drunk or not? Like completely plastered?
Yes. He's not hiding it. It's obvious. This man is.
Roll insight.
Yeah, no, that's a free one right there.
Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at him and I'm like, I think you've had enough there. Don't you think?
Me and my friends.
Is his friends all drunk as well?
There's a crowd. You can't tell if they are his friends or not. You recognize some of them as being regulars, so maybe they're just trying to get in on the opportunity for some free drinks. But yeah, no, they're all eager. They're like they have their empty glasses up. They're ready for the tap that and port in there. They'll just like fight to get to the keg to fill up their glasses.
All right. I'm like that guy in the like concerts with the beer on his shoulders.
Just holding it above the crowd.
Yeah, so I basically
Like
I
you
go-
want? Yes.
I go punch a hole and then like I open like I have a coin purse. So I'm like, okay, put your coins in here. I'm gonna pour it out for you. So I'm just like tilt the tankard and like pour it around the glasses everywhere, and then do my walk and then go back out.
So then they're throwing various forms, either like enough or not enough, or too much. But for whatever beer, they've lost track of how much money they're spending, depending on the varying degrees of drunkenness that they are. Derek, do you pay?
I say put it on my tab.
And what tab would that be under?
John Ralphio Sebastian tab.
I don't think I've seen you here before.
I'm a regular.
I'm on my way to rob this dude, and then I stop. Would you like to make an insight check?
Go ahead.
He's broke.
That's 15.
You have a feeling he may not be able to afford the tab he's racked up thus far.
Do I
Go to
see?
the
it a little
bar,
harder for
and I
him.
go, I'll take one on his tab.
Barkeep goes, sure. He pours you a beer and he like pulls out a piece of paper as mark. And like you see the sheet of paper, it's almost like a score sheet. It's like someone's name, and it's just like lines keeping track of how many drinks they've ordered. He has like 3 rows to himself.
Oh boy.
He's just like, right, one more, and just chalks it up, puts it down, pours you a beer, and hands it to you. So enjoy.
I go sit in the corner, and I do like the pose as if someone's about to watch a shit show. I just watch.
All right, John, Tyler.
Yeah, I would actually like to cut in here. I feel like Stinksack's walking, down the street here when I come across this large party where I see Mr. Kegstand, just standing about all upside down. I walk up and I say, "Hey, Greenskin."
That is not a term you've heard either in a while or often. So especially mid keg stand, it might be a little jarring to hear that.
All right, Craig is gonna get off the keg stand, mid keg stand, which is upsetting.
A bit of a sin. Bit of a sin.
And like,
Craig
Hey,
would
little
finish
dude.
the Craig keg stand first. Let's be honest. Craig would totally do that.
you know what? You're right. Craig mid keg stand puts a finger out like this, like hold on a second while he's still doing it. So now he's doing a one-handed keg stand.
It's Craig Channing Tatum.
As you do, like Stinksack, like kind of like takes a step back, goes back up, goes, "Hey, I'm talking to you."
And then there's just another, like, 1 second.
Like tapping his foot, looking around.
Yeah, speaking of tapping, this keg ain't gonna tap itself if you keep doing this, buddy. Like,
It's already tapped if you're drinking from it.
I don't know. I look like I did keg stands, William. Look at me.
If you need pointers, let me know.
Oh, let me Google it.
Oh my god.
Good times.
He takes a closer look and goes, "Oh, only a half-blood." That explains
And
why
that
Craig
is
was
when
so low.
keg stands. That's when Craig gets off, and he was like, "Do we have a problem, little guy? Like,
Oh, no problems, no.
no offense, but I don't like the way that you're talking about me right now, little dude. Like,
Look, forget your business. I don't know. I don't have time. You know where to get work around here.
sure, little guy. Like, down the street, that way, anywhere you want to go.
I look
It's
off.
Altdorf, man. There's work everywhere, buddy. I don't know where I had a voice for this, and it's gone. It's gone the minute that you
It's
came
alright.
in.
It's coming and going.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
You got this. It'll come to you.
I'm like pondering, thinking. Like, what are you doing here? I don't understand.
Like, right now, me and my brothers, we're just getting absolutely fucking hammered, man. Like, It's...
Brothers. More
Yeah.
greenskins around here? Starts looking.
No! My Temple brothers, bud. We're all Sigma Theta Chi.
He's looking at you like he doesn't know what the fuck you're saying. He's like,
We're not brothers in blood, we're brothers in bond.
that grog?
What?
He points at your keg and goes, is that grog?
It's beer, man.
Got a cup?
The little dude wants a pint!
As you yell that, all these like bro dudes are just like, whoa, and they all, like zerg out.
You see him,
Oh,
and it's like,
yeah.
so as you look a bit closer at him, like you realize he has this like massive gash over his right eye, and like he's actually missing an eye, and he just has like his one red eye just like gets huge and goes like, oh, all right, and like he like wanders over. You give him a cup.
Yeah, Craig picks up the keg, just like pours it over
Let's
a little
go.
bit into a red Solo cup.
Hey, follow me! Oh, and then like we like head off like up into the party.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo! Give it up for the little guy!
Stink sack!
Stink sack! Stink sack!
And like, you see him like he's like lit up like he's like the center of the world and he loves it.
Fucking beautiful.
So you come into our bar?
No, we're at the temple. We're in two
We have a
different
private
locations.
party.
We need to combine the parties at some point.
Oh no! And that's it. And at this point, after like
Damn.
you know getting a good buzz on, Stink sack. Hey, you know like a proper establishment that we could go to? Keep this party going, you know? Theta Beta Chi. Theta Beta Chi. It's like totally wrong. It's not. He's trying, you know?
Craig is like, bro, we don't talk about Beta Theta Chi.
Stink
It's
sack.
okay.
It's the Cobra Kai of the fucking universe.
We don't talk about them.
Strike hard, strike fast. Sega Theta Beta Chi.
So what I'm understanding, little dude, is that you want to go on a pub crawl right now, bro?
He's proposing a pub crawl.
Do you think, yeah, let's do the pub crawl.
Craig stands up on the keg, right way up this time, and goes, pub crawl!
Immediately, like, it's this weird, like, wilderness thing, like, where everyone's, like, in their own conversations, and, or, like, doing various tasks. They'll stop and just... like, deer in the headlights all at Craig. Bum, 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 and they'll start marching out.
And like, he's like
Craig picks up Stink Stack, puts him on his shoulder, goes, pub, 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 pub.
there, Greenskin, down the street, I see one. Points out the bar that John Ralphio's at.
As you're walking down the street, so you're approaching the bar. Again, this is on one of the market streets. So John, if Kieran, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Irish name, yeah. Kieran's like kind of like in the stalls. You see this like parade of these like the jockiest chads. Just like in like perfect like marching formation, one of which is carrying a goblin on his shoulder, and there's like
I have a spear out that's doing this.
to the rhythm.
Do I recognize them to be not allowed in this area, or are they more accepted?
So, in the marketplace, you'll get, like, various... So you've been all around town, right? So you know the different districts, you know the different peoples. You know that are the varying colleges, out of most of them, there's 8 primary colleges, which are colleges of magic, where people would, like, study specific lores of magic, specific specialities of magic. But then there are minor colleges, which, for, like, education purposes, just like if you wanted to study certain things, philosophy, whatever it is, you'll have people joining those. Some of these colleges have frats. And you're aware of like the idea, the concept of what a frat is, or a frat house is. And you specifically recognize that these guys are from one of those. And not necessarily trouble, but they're a rambunctious bunch. So if they're coming into your establishment you're working at, it might be a little bit of a annoyance. But they're not banned from anything. It's just like, oh, no students, and they like fill up the bar, and they're cause a mess, as student partiers do.
I meant more like the orcs and the goblins being that like the back.
Stop being racist, Kate.
I don't know.
It's not.
You don't know anything.
No, well, again, so maybe like 20 years ago, an orc or a goblin in Altdorf would have been like, yes, kill it. But since the end times, they've necessarily redeemed themselves by siding with the forces of good in order to fight the forces of chaos. In the 15 years that passed, like I said, it's gone from like 95% human to like 60% human, 40% other, those of which being greenskins. Not a common sight per se, but seeing one is just like, oh, cool, a greenskin.
Okay. So as we like come bursting into these doors, and like Iris is sizing us up, Stinksack jumps off of Craig's shoulders, and like with his spear, he but the blunt end, he like points to everybody in like the room and goes, "Hey, who's the owner of this establishment?"
We stare in silence.
As you do? Points back and goes, "It's me and my warband here need a drink."
Yeah.
As it goes quiet, and all of the Rafael's like crew kind of look over, all quiet, and the barkeep's just like a little tense on the bar. Goes.
I think Iris will look at him and say, like, warband. Are you looking to start a fight here? Is that what you're asking?
Nah, man. I mean, warband's his word. Personally, we prefer to go with grouping of guys who are a little bit aggressive sometimes, but prefer to keep it chill and laid back and drink. But
hey, I mean, hold on a second. We're all a warband, functioning, but I mean.
Well, he's saying warband. Crank is just shaking his head, just like.
Hey, don't be too hasty there, Stretch. Alright, fine. I mean, what word do you prefer we use?
Who are you asking?
Warband?
Are you asking?
Or whatever word he said.
Barband. Barband.
I was just chanting from the back, and all his entourage. Barband.
Fuck fucking party!
I just like push past Iris and like head to the bar.
You try to push by me? What is your strength?
Oh boy.
Very low.
Goblin, he can walk through you.
PvP.
Actually no, it's okay. It's decent. Do you want to? I'll try pushing past you.
Yeah, you want to shove me?
Oh no.
Yeah, is it athletics or?
That'd be opposing athletic checks.
I rolled a 19 plus 5. So.
Oh no.
I rolled a 15. Oh, you win. So, as I like go to push past you, you just like throw out your hand.
What I do is I like put your spear butt like this, and I like, now listen to me, we men. You behave, or I'm gonna kick you out. Do you understand me?
I understand you just right, you me.
Then proceed.
Thank you kindly. And I push past and head to the bar.
John, would you like to join the rambunctious bunch in the bar?
I would love to sneak in while all this noise is happening.
There are many distractions.
Yes, you kind of like slink in past the commotions happening in the front. All the Chad bros are like super focused on the situation happening. They're expecting a bar fight. They were hoping for a bar fight. Didn't happen, so they're like, man. But they'll proceed.
Wasn't hoping for a bar fight because those are like, dude, like those are messy all the time. And like my mom's works a tavern, bro. She comes home with war stories all the time, like a black eye. Lost lip. And those are not fun to take care of, man.
William will remember that.
We have a bar milf here now?
Oh god.
Oh Lord.
Two different types of people.
Is MILF on the bingo card?
No,
I don't
it's not,
think so.
and it should have been.
We should be.
It should have been.
Honestly, with our track record, come on. Yeah, we should have put Milf on the bingo
Yeah.
card. Okay.
Uh,
All right. So as the Rambunctious Bunch is full of Chad Bros and John Raphael's entourage. Everyone is drinking and partying. It goes well into the evening. Is there anything specific any of you would like to do during this time?
Go for it.
do I notice V off in the corner watching?
Can I roll stealth to not be noticed? I don't like to be noticed.
If you'd like to try to blend in with the crowd, not stick out like a sore thumb, because if anyone would, it would be you.
Definitely.
You can
I would
roll.
like to stick out like a sore thumb, please.
You already do, buddy.
Frat bro, I'm gonna avoid that as much as I can.
Yeah.
I rolled shit. 9.
Yeah, no, passive is 14.
I was gonna say, if you want to use maybe not an active perception, but yeah, passive. You see in the corner a hooded, right? You're trying to keep
Yes.
a hooded fellow
I'm
who's
trying to hide as much as I can.
slinking into his chair, trying to seem as small as possible, without drawing too much attention to himself. You can see him chilling out in the corner.
I'm gonna get 2 beers, one for me, and I'm gonna bring the other one over, and I'll be like, "So, dude, it's a party. Why are you off here in the corner? Like, unless you're like an introvert, which is totally cool, because my buddy Chester is an introvert, and he doesn't like hang out at the parties as much. Like, he'll go hard for only 2 of the like 8 hours, and then he'll go off to his room and like play games. But like, if that's what the issue is, that's cool. But like, why are you over here in the corner? Like, do you want a beer? You want to be friends?
So you see this scowled figure with like horns peeking out, with these 2 bright pink eyes just like glowing and looking at you, and then suddenly removes the cowl, and you see this tiefling who's like, yeah, I'm kind of an introvert, you could say. But sure, as he just grabs a drink.
Bro, you
Yeah.
have horns? That's so cool, because I have like tusks, and those are kind of hard to chew around, but it's like horns for your mouth.
Look at this
I
inclusion.
go like,
How
yeah,
sweet.
imagine sleeping on your side with these.
This
Like,
makes
you
it
can't.
annoying.
This is so cute. I
As
don't
we totally
think.
have like this talk about being wretches of society.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a wretch of society. It's just more of like, people look at me and they see what they think about like my dad, but I'm more like, chill and like, totally like, just don't want to, like, if you want to tussle, I'll tussle, but I'm not going to start it, bro. Like, I'm not about that life.
I get up and I go, you know what? I like you. I'm gonna buy you a drink. And I go to the bar and I get a drink and I put it in
Ralph's tab. Beautiful. He goes, oh, perfect. Yeah, he pours you 2 more drinks and he puts onto his tab. It's doubled in size since you last bought a drink.
Oh my god.
Just out of curiosity, what is the tab for the Sigma Theta Chi like right now?
Not they're paying for their beers like as they get them, because they'll be
we're not fucking idiots, Derek.
yeah they'll pull up like a gold piece and they'll be like, here, I want to get like 10 beers, and they'll try doing like the scoop thing. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Foot's on dollar beer night, but even like a $20 beer, and you're like, yeah, I'll take 15 beers, keep a $5 tip because you're nice, and you try to scoop 15 beers up at once. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen it.
waddling back to their table, trying to spill or drop any of the tankards.
I think at one point Iris will take a break and she'll go outside and just like go, oh, gods.
When you go outside, you see, yes, Connor, I got you. When you go outside, you see this oddly like rotund, like it's same height and width size halfling woman, standing in the middle of the street, staring at what you're not sure is either like a sign or like maybe the clouds or maybe one of the other buildings. You can't quite see where her gaze is landing, but just like glossed over, like yes, like
She's
that.
Just staring at... and she's not moving.
No.
She's just staring.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road.
in the middle of the road.
There's like walking like around her, like looking down. Okay, just keep going. Later on in the evening, there's still quite a crowd outside, being that they're all still celebrating, enjoying the festivities. But the crowds have quieted down a little bit, so we gotta pick her out.
Hello? Can I help you with anything?
She doesn't.
I go and poke her. I tap her on the shoulder.
Oh, hello, dearie.
How
How can I help you?
Oh, well, you were, a little bit dazed. I wasn't sure if it was the drink or it was, well, the senility,
Oh, I
but,
haven't had a drop yet tonight, dearie.
well, you just were standing there. I just want to make sure you weren't getting pickpocketed, you know?
Oh, there aren't very many pockets to pick on me, I must say. Although my hair's quite full of things. She has a massive mane of hair. It makes up a good 50% of her body.
Oh my god!
It goes all the way down to the ground, and it's like dragging in the mud.
What is this strange creature you've created, Connor?
Air elemental.
Like a creation of a hobbit
must be a
and,
kid.
and cousin it.
It's got a
It's like a kit bash,
four
for
big
sure.
bone-like sets of. It's kind of like antlers, but reversed. They follow her hair down, and they're made out of what appears to be bone. They're like some sort of white, hard material.
Oh.
And then she's got a little lily on one side of her head.
Oh.
She looks up at you and she's like, "Oh, you're a big one, dearie. I didn't know they made halflings so large."
Oh no! I'm not a halfling. I'm.
Oh yes, the humans. You must be one of them, dearie.
Yeah, I'm human, but
There, we aren't all born perfect, but you can try.
well, I look down at this
Tina,
old woman and I'm
Papa.
like,
She starts grabbing into her hair and then comes out with what appears to be a crushed pastry of some sort. Here for you, dearie.
oh, I take the pastry to like just politely
God.
take it. How does it look? Is it fresh? Is it?
It's a bit smushed, but it's got like berries and it's still a bit warm to the touch. Whether that's fresh
Oh.
or because it was
Not fresh.
is
Armpit
a
pastry.
different-
Well, that's mighty
Oh,
kind of you,
God.
but I think
Oh, and
I.
here she'll reach in another part of her hair and sprinkle some white stuff on top of it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Whether that's dandruff or sugar.
I must protest. I'm not a big fan of sweet things, but
Oh,
I.
it's terribly sour. Don't worry. I have a taste for tart things. Not much of a sweet tooth in this one anymore. Oh no, that faded
okay,
50 years
okay.
ago.
Well, I appreciate the
See,
gesture.
this is where it used to be. My only sweet tooth. I do miss it.
Oh, wow.
And then
Okay.
she starts staring up into the sky again.
I like
Oh
put
my
my
God.
hand in front of her face and I'm like, okay,
Oh, yes, dearie.
you're spacing out again. Do you need help getting to a place? I could help you get to an inn or something. Get you, you never can be safe around
I
here
could
at
use
night.
a place to stay, dearie. And
Uh,
maybe a glass of tea.
Well, I'm sure we can find you a spot somewhere. Do I know any inns that are away from a noisy tavern?
Where you're specifically working is like a pub tavern by itself, but there are plenty of inns all around town. Again, like being like the forefront of civilization, there's like tons of places to stay for the night or permanently. There's still housing available. They are expanding to fit the influx of
Okay.
people. But if it's just for the night, there's plenty of inns. Yes.
I'll look at her as like, well, if you like the noise, they've got this one in the back here. I'm working here, but I could take my break now and I can guide.
Noisy right now? She
Yeah.
pulls her hair back. Oh, yes, it is quite noisy. She puts her hair back. I don't mind it much. I don't hear most things these days.
Well, do you think you'll be comfortable with all rowdy compatriots downstairs, or do you think you'll want something a bit more quiet?
Oh, do you think these old bones can't handle a party? Show me the way! And she taps on your leg and starts to walk in a random direction.
If you don't mind, I could give you a boost. I can give you a scoop.
Oh, are you offering me uppies?
I suppose.
Romero. Oh, Romero.
Reference to another campaign, we already have it, but put on your bingo card. Uppies.
Gladly. And she'll put her arms up and away up.
I just like one arm scooper and just like hold her on my shoulder.
You're quite
This
the
fucking
strong
sweetest, cutest thing. Oh my god, guys.
Yeah, I have no idea. She's so sweet.
No.
Would you like to marry one of my sons?
Oh,
Grandsons? You
There it
might
is.
be maybe one of my great-grandchildren?
oh,
How old are you, dearie?
oh, look, here's the door. There we go. Go through right here.
Why, thank you. And she'll just start to wander off into the bar. Oh, hello there.
I have her on my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I
fuck
scoop-
off.
Oh, you're
You done been
a
scooped?
sassy little one. I like you.
Said fuck off.
Oh, fuck.
Hey.
Fuck off, too.
I keep drinking.
I haven't been flirted like that in quite some time, dearie.
I think she's walked away. I like take a look. A good eye. Fuck.
I look at her like, no, you can do way better than that. He's a rude asshole.
Well, you don't understand then yet, dearie. Get a few hundred years under your belt and you will.
I'm sorry,
Jeez.
what?
Nothing, dearie. Now onwards to the festivities, she points at John Ralphio.
Oh, no.
John
He is the
Ralphio-
festivities.
John
my
Ralphio,
God.
at this
Oh,
point, would have attempted to mage hand away a large bottle of scotch. Like, he doesn't care about how expensive it is. He
Oh.
just wants the biggest one. He points at it, like, add this to my tab too, okay? And he just starts pouring it in people's mouths.
Oh boy.
I
Marky goes,
see him do
oh,
that.
it's one of my vintage bottles.
Do I
Is there a
see
fountain around
Ralphie
here?
do that?
But Ben, sorry?
Oh, I asked, do I see him do that?
I do not hide it.
He does not hide it, no.
Okay. Creek, you watch as like I'm talking with you, I'm having a good time, but the moment like I see him do magic, I suddenly stop paying attention to you.
Bruh, do you have like a dissociative disorder or something, bro? Like,
I look like, what?
what?
Huh?
Like, you just kind of like phased out entirely for a second there, bro. Are you okay, bro?
He does magic. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, like plenty of people in Altdorf do magic, bro. Like, my buddy, Chester. No, I already talked about Chester. It's not Chester. Trying to come up with more names than Chester.
Dad.
Orlando.
My buddy Brad, like, he can make himself look like my buddy Chad, which is very confusing because they're both ads.
Tyler,
And-
you hear a voice in your head. Must find meat. Feed me.
Fuck?
So I go, squeakers? I like pull out my bat.
He's kind of chilling.
Like he's hanging from my hand.
Yeah.
Like tap at his head.
Hello.
Hey you.
You hear in your head.
What kind of bat
Oh.
is he?
What is happening?
That's new. So I like
Looks like it's drink.
flush it off my hand, and I like say, then find some. Like it just,
Yeah, you're gonna
like,
just,
you know, it takes off like sporadically through the room, like fucking like you know like a bat does in a trapped room.
it's like in random corners, like over people's heads. Everyone's what the fuck? Like, let's get a bat
Everyone's
in
like
here.
like you know
Get
like,
caught
a
in
couple
the
people
hair.
like ah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll recoil. What the fuck? Why is there a bat in here? And
He
you
like,
gotta-
goes and goes up into the corner and just like hangs from like a low hanging beam, and I go, and I'm thinking, Do you hear me? Any reply?
Nope.
Fuck. I think I've had too many.
As you take a drink.
Pour a drink directly into his mouth, like straight scotch.
Jesus Christ.
You do
Someone
that?
get the little dude a drink!
So as I hear that, I like turn around. I look at like Craig. I say like, "Did you hear that too?"
Bro, what? I hear everything, man. It's like a party in here.
Oh,
I hear,
okay.
I hear my buddy Orlando over in the corner trying to hit up that hot piece, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Women.
Sure.
So I'm not entirely paying attention to chat just because I'm trying to focus on this.
And you heard my bat say,
Fuck you,
"Get me
Bianca.
bleach."
The fucking face.
No, I haven't heard that, bro.
Ah. But you're telling me you hear everything. You heard your buddy Brad chase after a little ass. But you didn't hear
No,
my...
that's Orlando.
Oh. Orlando. Anyway,
Brad's
okay.
over there doing the switcheroo with Chad again.
Oh no.
Alright, hey,
Yeah.
forget what I said,
Yeah.
Greenskin. Cool?
It's Craig, but yeah, cool.
Don't like Greenskin.
B, do you want another beer?
Like, as you, like, yell over, like, I completely get distracted. Move on.
You turn back around, there's a beer in
Is that
front
my
of you.
character?
Yeah, I'm addressing
Oh.
Ben.
Oh, yes. My character's gonna get as many free beers as he can.
2 more!
As I, like, see him, like, addressing Ben, I stand up on my chair. I get a better view, because I can't see over the crowd.
You see a
I
half
say-
demon, basically.
I say, "Oh, not a demon." I'm, like, kind of, like, talking low to Craig as you walk over.
What? No, that's V. He's like, chill. Alright? He's like,
V.
Yeah.
Hello, V.
yeah, he's like,
Hello. I greet you.
My name's Stinksack. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And he throw out, like, my little hand.
I shake your hand and I go, my friends call me V.
Where'd you get
Just
them
me.
horns?
I grew them myself.
you can't just ask someone where they got them horns, bro.
Oh my god.
No, it's perfectly fine. I was
Okay,
born with
okay.
them.
We're born with them, yeah. I was born with 2 eyes. Now I've got 1.
And
Evidently so. As I just-
Life is crazy. You never know where things come from.
yeah, like, you know what they say? Life comes at you pretty fast, bro.
Yeah.
Kind of
Dude,
wise for
that-
the frat boy.
Yeah.
I love how
I have a
there's
plus
half
2
demon,
wisdom,
orc,
okay? It's
and
a
a goblin
minus
talking.
1 intelligence, but it's a plus 2 wisdom.
He's dumb,
Hey.
but he's not dumb.
Hey, rich boy.
He's not a fool. He's an idiot, but he's not a fool.
Mm.
I, like, yell out, like, into the bar, like, "Hey, rich boy."
The camera zooms in on me, stares at you. and nods.
Zoom like the office.
You call me.
Exactly.
Why don't you come over here and buy us some more drinks, huh?
Wait. I have to ask. What does Rafael look like? Because
Yeah, now that we're all
No.
here. and
Yeah,
can
we're
see
all
this man.
here. We haven't had
What
the
do we see?
description.
You see a skinny. He's tall, but he's like skinny enough that it like doesn't feel tall. A high
Beanpole.
elf with like the most ostentatious like ears. He is perfectly trimmed. He probably gets a haircut every day. There's not a single hair out of place, and yet he is gaudy as all fuck.
Okay.
Does he have
What
like
is
the
he
equivalent
wearing?
of like manicures but for ears and stuff?
Exactly.
God.
Exactly. He has the nicest clothing that he hasn't taken off in 3 days.
Oh
Ew.
god.
Hashtag!
He has been partying.
Gross.
My character relates.
Whoa.
For different reasons.
Absolutely.
As John Ralphio approaches us, I kind of like lean into him. I say, "Hi, is that some kind of fancy mojo I saw you doing?"
Yeah, I say, and I'm just gonna check up the spell Floating Disc. I believe it's a first level spell that I have a couple beers on.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
There's actually
It's
a.
like-
This remains. Can hold the 500 pounds. Wow, okay.
That's a lot of
Damn.
beer.
That's.
A lot of alcohol.
That's all the beer.
Do you tell them?
I will
Spencer would be
spend-
proud. Yes, he would.
Will you allow me to spend one spell slot proactively in order to have that cast?
Yes, by all
It's
means.
a ritual.
It is a ritual.
And it
I wanna
lasts an
cast it as a
hour.
ritual. I ain't got time for a ritual.
He's got 10, 11 minutes to cast a spell. He needs those beers
No,
now.
they got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Floating disc, yes. So, the barkeep's been like loading it for you, so he doesn't have to get like, the bar. He can work elsewhere. Irish could work elsewhere. So he just sees the disc come over. He goes, okay. Adds more. Adds it to your tab. Motions for the disc.
I would like to say that it was filled into the brim with a full 500 pounds of beer when it was filled up, and by the time it reached me, it's gotten down to about 50 pounds.
Yeah. Because people are just like picking off it as it passes. You're like, it's like a Roomba with beer on it floating in the air as it just passes through the crowd, and people are just pulling beers off of it as it comes by.
And it's coming towards us.
It's my disc. Of course, it's coming towards us.
Can I have one?
Of course, have as many as you want. I pass them too.
I take them.
You're offering
How big are these
beer?
glasses compared to the goblin?
To my little
are they,
hand.
So-
are they goblin
man.
sized or are they regular sized and he's like holding buckets?
What's that? It comes in pints. It's the size of his head.
It's actually like hard
Nice.
for me to hold two.
Yeah, you're like, your hands like outstretched trying to hold the two of them, like gripping as hard as you can to make sure that you can like keep them because it's full like to the top of beer, and you're like, oh god. Like, do you think maybe you should put one on the table just to be safe? You don't want to spill anything.
Alright, I put one down. I take the other two with the
Two
other
hands, yeah.
Take a sip. Thank you, Mojo Man.
You're welcome.
I'm getting one.
And I send the disc back for more beers. I'd like to, at a later point, like it's filled into the brim, and it like the spell ends when it's still fully loaded.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I will let you decide when that happens.
So it lasts an hour. So depending on how early on into the night you wanted to cast it, have it go back and forth, you lose track of time, obviously, because you're just throwing back drinks. At one point, it's like halfway through, and like half of it's been like picked. Because as soon as it starts coming back towards you, people are like pouncing on it to pull beer off. It gets halfway back to you, and it's just this pops out of existence. And thankfully, they're not glasses; they're tankards, so they're a bit more sturdy. But like, there's this huge crash is like 10 beers fall to the ground and just
As they're
clatter.
falling, can I attempt to catch one with
Catch one with what?
a mage hand?
Yes. Make me a dexterity save.
Right, that's a 12.
Yeah. DC 10 because you see it happening and kind of like time slows down a little bit. You just go, whoop, and you just grab onto it as it's falling.
Are you still on my shoulder?
Thank you,
Or
young
what?
man!
Or would I put you down at this point?
As I floated over towards me. Whoa.
I think Craig would also, the ultimate party bro, would see a party foul in the making and do his best to save as many of them as possible.
I was about to say that. So there's about 10 beers falling. One of them gets caught by the mage hand, and okay, 2 of your bros and yourself kind of like like blue steel.
I think Craig, wise but not smart. His first thought, best thought, is to dive under the falling beers, face up,
to try to catch them.
catch them with his body.
Do I get soaked?
And 2 of the other bros dive at the steps. So 3 of you just kind of like form this like blanket of flesh underneath these beers, and they just like fall all over you because you didn't like go attempt to catch them. You just wanted to land underneath them, and you guys get absolutely covered and soaked in beer. Either you're kind of saved from it because they were able to cushion the fall of the beer. There's less noise as there's not any clattering to the ground, but there's like these 3 frat boys that are now soaked in beer, and their tankards.
Craig Craig does that like kung fu like flip up where he like his legs go back over his head and then he flips up into a standing point, picks up like the most full tankard that's still left on the ground, chugs it.
He's just spraying beer off of his body everywhere like a wet dog.
Connor, would you be still on my shoulder, or would you have been taken a seat or gotten off at one
If you
point?
put me down, I'd be down. If you didn't put me down,
There's been a long amount of time. I'm sorry, I didn't even hear it at that point. You overlapped. Sorry.
oh, sweetie, you're quite the valiant steed.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm told, but, you know. Look, I've got to get back to my duties, but, do you need to go down, or do you want to get on the stool or a chair, or I can get you down there?
Oh, just put me beside the handsome young green one.
Okay, then.
Okay.
I think she's talking to me.
I wasn't sure for a second. I just needed.
Are you?
My eye all going wild.
I
I'm
look
really
at
excited to know which one they're talking about. She's talking about.
I look at Vanny and I say, "Are you going to be all right with all these drunkards around here?"
Oh dear, you don't survive to my age if you can't handle a little.
Pretty through there.
Ben, fuck off.
Kieran, I think, is just surveying all this chaos.
Yeah, I was waiting for some input, or maybe if you wanted to get the shenanigans or introduce yourself.
He's very hard to notice because he's like just like hovering around the wall, sneakily.
Do I see him with my passive?
What is your passive?
13, I think. Let me double check.
If you'd like to make a stealth roll, John, you can.
A passive, yes.
Yeah, why not? I'll roll. I think that's a 13 plus 5, so...
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're at him. Right.
You just like scan the crowd as you are like looking for people if they're looking for beer or if you see something happening. Kind of like pass your gaze over for Kieran. He just seems like another patron.
Is there a proper bar?
Yes, it's you have to kind of like weave your way through to try to get a spot there to ask for a drink because it's fairly crowded in the bar still, especially as there's 2 groups trying to seek patronage here. But yes, you can kind of weasel your way through to get to the bar proper.
Well, he doesn't go up to the bar. He stays hanging around the side. Just sort of skirts up the side of the room.
Okay.
And then he casts Unseen Servant.
Okay.
And then he's gonna try to get the servant to go and pluck out, like, the more pricey bottles from behind the bar.
Okay.
But it can only carry, like, one at a time.
You make a stealth roll for it with advantage.
Okay. Do I use my modifier?
I believe you use your spell modifier for it.
My spell modifier. That seems reasonable.
Yes.
Right. Ouch. I'm proficient in stealth, so... Do I have proficiency?
Does it have proficiency in stealth? Actually, let me look it up, hold on.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
the only thing it specifies is a strength of 2. I only have this up because I also have this spell.
Yeah, I was like, someone else already has it up.
The only thing it specifies is it has a strength of 2, and that's it.
I can't.
Anyway, I didn't do great. My higher roll was 3.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Do I happen to
plus...
see any floating bottles as I start bringing drinks and bringing them back around?
yes,
It'll be
everyone
it'll be
notices.
6 to 8.
Oh, did it fall?
Bruh! There's a bottle floating, bruh!
That one ain't me.
I look.
Wow.
I grab the bottle. Can I grab the bottle before it drops?
Yeah, so you see like a bottle's like whoop, kind of like start like the comically like ghost floating item, kind of like trying to walk away from the bar, pull back at you.
I just pick it up like this and I go, huh. And I give it back to the bartender. I look around.
I have one floating right beside me. I'm not holding my mug. It's just floating there.
Good trick, Mojo Man.
Goddamn casters.
I know I gave my 15th servant the day off. I didn't expect him to be here.
So it's not how that works, but for your character, it makes sense.
I think at one point, like, I'll bring it back and I'm like, I think someone's trying to pilfer your expensive drinks. I'll tell the bartender. I know what his name is, but
his name is.
This is how you know none of this is planned. Will has created a name for the barkeep.
Don't call him out like that.
Yeah.
His name is Fernando.
oh, Fernando.
Fuck yeah, Fernando. Where does he come from? Who's his family?
Ben, fuck off. I know we do this to you, but fuck off.
A family of bartenders. He wanted to become a bartender. That is his life.
He's Fernando Bartender. His last name is Bartender.
Perfect.
Fernando.
Fernando
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
yes, thank you. I seems that there's quite a strange bunch in the bar tonight. I think I should keep the more expensive drinks away.
Understatement of the century.
And
I look at Fernando at one point and I nurse my temples like, are these parties always so loud?
During Festag, yes, always, and it's a week long. Great for business, but hard work, of course.
Of course, I'm not afraid of hard work, obviously, but
No, of course.
I need my peace and quiet at some points.
We all do. Late into the evening, once everyone, the party's died down, everyone quiets down, you'll get your peace and quiet. Won't be for, and he looks outside and sees like the sun's like begun to set. Won't be for a little while though, as he starts taking the bottles.
In the back, you hear Craig. We party all night.
Fernando with a deep sigh.
I look at Fernando and I go, keep an eye on that group over there. They're a bit more of a rowdy bunch. I take like a shot of whiskey, I put on the table, and then I go back out.
Nothing I can't handle. And he starts putting the more expensive bottles. There's like a glass cabinet underneath the bar with like a lock on it. He'll put them away for the evening, lock it, and make sure like if anyone asks, like he'll put one out, but keep them locked for now because he doesn't want to anything get swiped.
Stinks that kind of like weaves through like various legs and whatnot to get his way to Iris, and as like she's just finishing this conversation, he's like pulling at her like pant leg to get her attention.
I look down. Yes. What is it,
Aye.
little man?
A ball wench. Got mates around here?
What did you just call me?
Ball wench.
You don't
Boy.
call me a wench. You call me lady or woman, but never wench.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your customs. Are you not a wench? I like look around like really confused.
You spot other wenches.
I am
Yeah,
I am a worker here, not a wench. What do you need?
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. People call me a disgusting goblin.
Well, you're the first goblin I've ever seen, and so that's a lot to take in.
Oh. Okay. Kind of offensive the way you say it, but hey, whatever, ball wench. Can you get me, do you got any kind of meats? Any meats at all?
I mean, you can ask Fernando over here for some food. I'm pretty sure he can make something for you.
Like, I look up, but I can't see past the bar.
I grab him by his sweater.
Scruff is gonna scoop him up.
like a little fucking cat. I look him in the eye, like I turn and I plop him on the stool on the bar.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Fernando,
And I walk away.
Rando's like putting the bottles away. He looks up from behind the bar. Yes, how can I help you?
You got any mates?
Food, meat, yes, of course.
Yeah, mates specifically.
Yes, we have a kitchen. We serve food as well. Would you like something to eat?
Yes, please. But hold on a second, and I look around to see if I can see my bat.
The bat's still in the corner for now, confused as to why you like ripped him out and like kind of like shot him away, looking at you like.
So I say, Fernando, one minute. Squeakers! Squeakers! I like throw out my hand, like it's like a billowing cloak, so that he can like kind of like fit in.
He kind of like
Flies back.
hesitates for a second, then flies and lands on your arm, hangs upside down. You hear it in your head as he lands and attaches to your arm. Goes, satisfied.
As it turns out, I don't cancel the meat order. It's not necessary.
Okay, sure.
Oh, wait a second. Do you got any pickled eggs?
I don't think so. We don't necessarily keep that on hand. Mostly bread, meat, some vegetables.
That's incredibly disappointing.
I'm sorry. He looks around like nervously confused.
It's okay. I won't tell the war boss. And I jump down. And I like disappear into the crowd.
I kind of like startles back a little bit and
I put my back into like my hood and I rejoin the group at their table.
I'm gonna hobble across the table and plop myself down right in front of John Ralph.
Okay.
On the table?
Yeah. Well, hello, dearie. You seem to be the leader of this little entourage.
You mean the life of the party? Hell yeah, I am.
Oh, I haven't been the life of the party in many years. May I live this evening vicariously through you?
Hell yeah, you can. I hand her to like. There's like a tenth of the bottle left. I'm like, here, you finish this. We'll get another one. Hey, where's the
don't
expensive
worry.
bottles?
They're all off the shelf now. They're all gone.
My own pint hobbles over in front of me. Oh, I think I'll be just fine, dearie. And I'll begin to soak my hair in the beer that spilt on the table to clean the blood out of it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Much better now, dearie. So, where do you come from? I'm sure you have many.
I just want to say, at
here,
this
young
point,
man.
I try to hover my way into your group type of thing, but I'm just like there, like as inconspicuous as I can be, but I'm definitely there.
Oh god, I know that feeling. It's so bad.
John
Like
Ralph.
that guy is just like, who is this dude? I'm just like, hi. Like, I'm just there.
Like,
Oh, that's
John
me,
Ralph
man.
feels
He's
that
like totally chill.
John
It's
Ralph-
true.
John Ralphie was at first like this, like looking at the bottles, like where did all the bottles go? And then he just sees. What's your character's name again, Connor?
Craig.
Danny.
No,
Oh,
it's
wait,
Cameron.
sorry.
You did the thing again.
Yeah, I know.
I did the thing again.
No, I did it.
But Ben did the thing
Put
again.
that on the goddamn bingo card.
Confusing Cameron for Connor and vice versa for whatever reason.
Checking the chat right now, and I'm like, oh my god, Derek, the meme. What the fuck?
Oh no, what's the?
We can't talk about it. Viewers
Okay.
can't see it. We can't talk about it.
Oh, it's so bad. I'm sorry.
I've shared some art in the Discord of my character, by the way.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
some
I saw.
actual art. Hang on.
Some
Terrifying
art
moment.
that drew myself, dearie.
Oh,
John Ralphie just like looks back. He sees you soaking your hair on the beer on the floor. I'm
For
like,
the people in chat,
that's one
they
way of
are
doing it.
sharing
Hell
memes
yeah.
in our group chat as we're playing.
and I, like,
What I'll
undo,
do
like,
is
try
I'll
pulling out my hair and
post a
start doing
link
it as well, mopping my hair on the
to my
table.
Twitter for the channel, and I'll share some of the memes on there so you guys can see what we're talking about. It's some good shit. I think you guys are gonna like that.
Craig, fully
William,
soaked in beer
you're
that he didn't buy
muted.
is just watching
Yes,
this.
I'm talking to the chat. Sorry, guys.
Ah, okay.
Wow. Big time.
Okay.
Wow, I guess we're not loved that much.
Just talking.
But yeah,
So
no.
What brings you to this festival, dearie? The life of the party as you are. You must be quite the important person.
I go wherever there's party. I come, I cheer, people cheer for me. It's great. I love it.
Oh, you draw
Craig
a lot
leans
of
into-
attention, don't you?
Craig leans into V and goes, "I haven't cheered for him once tonight. I feel bad. Have we been cheering for this guy, bro?"
I was like, maybe. I
That's
think
just
so.
what I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's buying beer.
I mean, like, yeah, he's buying beer, but like, I'm buying my own beer, bro. I'm not gonna.
Wait,
Buy
you
beer
bought
for-
your own beer? Let me buy you a beer.
I'm just here 'cause my warband's here. Don't think nothing of it.
You mean
Warband?
bar band? Bar band. Bar band.
Band,
Bar
band,
band.
band.
All the bros are like chanting bar band. All John Raphael's entourage bar band. Tiny little old lady voice bar band from the underneath.
The shaking bar.
Bar band. The building, like all the tables are shaking. Everyone's beating on the
That's
tables.
gonna start in the bar.
Yeah.
The more you guys chanting, the more people like you see like some patrons will come and go, whatever it is. But the more you start chanting, you'll see like people like duck their heads into the bar, like what's going on here, and like try to join in. And it's way over capacity at this point. There's nowhere to sit. There's barely anywhere to stand. And okay, based on what
point,
you've
like,
brought
I was like-
into the bar thus far, you know you guys are like running out of beer at this rate. The amount of these
Alright.
people are drinking.
The point where like it's full
Craig
capacity,
doesn't
we're
know
kicking
that.
out the most drunk people out.
Yeah, there's some unruly types, more than like these guys, which is saying something. But obviously some people can't handle the liquor as well. They get like sloppy, they're spilling stuff, knocking stuff over, they can't hold themselves up. So you gotta just like take them and hoist them out the door.
Yeah, I'll do that, or I'll do a swift. If they get really ratty, give them a swift kick in the ass, and I kick them out of the front door.
Yeah.
One thing you might notice that John Raphael is actually drinking responsibly for himself. He doesn't encourage it for other people. He encourages other people to drink irresponsibly, but he drinks a lot of water.
Oh
How
my.
much
Smart.
is it? Will.
Yeah.
If I were to go up to Fernando, how much would it be to buy a whole keg?
Jesus Christ. Pretty sure. Hold on.
Pulls up calculator.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure there is a rule for that in the player's handbook. Let me mute this.
Player's handbook. Let me check.
It's going to be under, I believe, not trade goods.
Page 154.
7.
7, yeah.
Did I pass it? Yes, I did. Okay.
Does
This
John
is-
Raphael still have beers?
I believe there is.
I mean, he lost his sensor, so.
Right.
I'm all like leaning in. I can just zoom in. I'm like squinting so I can read.
Yes, yes. Must show the viewers L of your face.
Super zoomed in. Expenses, no. Hold on. Trade goods, no.
I have arrested the.
Food
I
and
have
drink. There we
halted
go.
The flow. I've halted the flow of the game for one question.
Get used to it.
This is the way.
Man.
I think it's like 2 gold pieces.
I'm seeing like different things, like a whole bank of
So-
like 10 gold pieces.
8 gallons in a keg,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 2 silver per gallon, so 16 silver or 1.6 gold.
I'm gonna put 2 gold on the table in front of Fernando, and be like, "Can you hear the
Yo,
drums,
I'm
Fernando?"
loaded. Out of character.
Like I was intending this to cost too much, and now I'm like looking at the cost of a keg. I'm like, I might actually be
You
able
need
to
to
afford
drink. You need to drink for an entire week for it to be overcost.
Yeah. I'm gonna put
Which
2
is
gold
the
on
point.
table.
Parties an entire week.
The Festag lasts a whole week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
2.
All right.
I'm gonna put 2 gold on the. No, wait. I'm doing math wrong. Yeah, I put 2 gold on the table, and I look at Fernando. I say, "Can you hear the drums, Fernando?"
He
And then when I say that, I imagine like my frat brothers at the other end of the table are like very lightly just like on the bar.
Yeah.
I got the
And then you
biggest
just-
Doctor Who flashback there.
He like
Holy
leads in
shit.
slower, like the drums.
Is there a rifle
Oh.
in his hand?
As I hear the drums and I look around and I see, all my bar band like pattern for the drums, I pull out a horn. I go.
I turn back. No, little dude.
It is
Wrong vibe.
definite.
Wrong vibe.
It's deafening in this small space of the tavern. It's like it's a war horn. Like this is like the sound of battle.
Yeah.
To, like charge.
And you see-
Wrong vibe, little dude. Wrong vibe. I just want to buy a keg. I don't know what he's about. I just want to buy a keg.
I'm like so confused. I go. Og.
No. Craig's like,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
I think when she heard the war horn, immediately Iris darted around and picked up a chair and she was about to throw it. Like,
Now
as
it's
like a
this awkward,
reaction.
like, I have like my horn at my feet. Like I see you with this chair. Like. I think I misunderstood the situation. I apologize. Apologize,
And you-
my
you-
wench.
you-
Misunderstood.
If you look at her, she looks like she's frozen, like there's something overtaking her vision. And then like she realizes, she reads the room and she like relaxes and then puts the chair back.
That's what
And
I
then-
thought. I like slip back into my chair and like put my horn on.
I look back. I'm like, I'm very sorry about that, bro. I was just trying to buy a keg with a little bit of pizzazz from my brothers.
Yeah,
It's-
brothers.
Are you talking to me?
I think he's talking to Fernando. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fernando goes, "Oh, okay." He kind of looks around like a little apprehensive. I think, and he like goes to like the back door where it leads like to the kitchen and to the restroom where the alcohol storage would be. He leans in, you hear him like say something, like call it to someone. Waits a few seconds, closes the door, looks back at you, goes, "We only have the one keg left."
I put another gold on the table.
Okay. Paying like twice as much as you're supposed to. He's like, okay. He'll go into the back and
Okay.
he goes like bring it up and he'll
That
like
is
call
more
out
than
for
half
Iris.
My money. That is more than half my money.
Trust fund kid.
Iris, we need your help, but we need another
No,
keg
no,
out, please.
You don't need to get her. Don't worry. And I turn to my brothers at the bar. I'm like, boys.
Oh no, hold on, no, please don't. And before you say anything, they all like rush through the back door, like, and then, like you see like another one of like the barmaids goes to open the door, and be like, the cake's about, and she gets like almost like trampled, and they kind of scoop her up in one swift motion and crowd surf her like with them into the
So
basement.
reverse trampling.
And like seconds later, they emerge, but instead of crowd surfing her, it's crowd surfing the cake. It's like seamless. They're trained for this.
I have them bring it to the center of the bar, like the direct center of the bar. I'm like,
Plop it
I
down.
turn to one. I say, Tanner, if you would do the honors of tapping.
He like just like in one flourish, like immersion with like the keg. What kind of
Cake
thing?
tap, the
Tap.
cake pump,
Thank you.
The pump.
With the tap, just like out of his sleeve, like as if he had one already for some reason, and just like, pops it in, and like three of them like lift it up and they go, "Who's first?"
I tap me.
Craig is like, you know it's me, bro.
Pop it open, and there's like pour it into your mouth, like directly. Whole bar is chanting. More people like start flooding in. You're just like, what's happening? And they see this half orc with like a cake to his lips, just like chugging like. Everyone starts chanting Barband as you're chugging this. Tyler, in your head, you hear Barband. Everyone's chanting Barband, Barband. And of course, like, they pull it off of your lips. And they start giving the keg to everyone to drink from it directly as they're all cheering and screaming
I'm
along.
like, no. I got my bro V second.
They sit down before they go to someone else, and they turn and they go to V, and they're like,
You're like waterlogged the boy.
Do I need to do a con save to see how much I drank or something? Like...
Hold on. Let me see.
What do you want from me, Will?
Yes. Roll the con save.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Con save? Okay.
Roll a con save or you're poisoned.
Oh.
Oh no.
Poison.
I rolled 11. I rolled 11.
Okay. So what's your con modifier?
It's a... No, I rolled 9 plus 2.
Okay, okay. Oof, okay, done. The DC 10 because you're used to this.
Yeah.
But it's close. Like, they pull it away and you kind of get, like, the air pocket here because of all the carbonation. And you get, like, one of those, like, wet burps coming up, but it might not be a burp, but then it comes out as a burp. You're like, ooh, that was... You might want to get some water after this one.
We need some hydration with my bros. Yeah.
I'm already coveting with like water.
You have a platter full of water, and you're like, oh god, here, like, you have the last keg.
I think that when they were doing the keg, I was just like looking and I'm like nodding my head, and I'm like, okay. You know, a little pretty impressed, but like, you know, again, a lot of noise. It's like, okay, bring the water.
As you're chugging the keg and everyone's chanting and like the building's shaking, suddenly like 3 guards like pop in, to see what the commotion's all about, and they're almost like hands on weapons because they think there's like some like fight or other crazy activity, and then they see that it's just like a couple of like younger denizens of the city holding a keg to another person's mouth, and they just kind of like walk back out of the bar.
Like, thank fuck.
Yeah.
I think my war horn gave the wrong impression.
Yeah, but that's totally okay. Totally okay.
What of the city guard is? Go ahead, sorry, Craig.
Sometimes I misread the room too, bro. Like one time, I was like, you know, a little drunk, and I walked into my buddy Bradley's room. Not Bradley. They're 2 different bros.
Bradley.
Yes.
I think I met him earlier. Yes.
Yeah.
The one with the hair.
I walked into his room, bro, and he had like this girl, and they were underneath the covers, and I thought for a second that they were playing like Snakes and Ladders, but apparently they were having sex.
They're egg sacs and all.
Craig stops. Like, I mean, I know the women produce eggs,
Yes.
but I don't know if it's a sack situation down there.
Technically speaking.
I'm just curious. It's a simple question. I didn't mean to make it awkward.
I
Please continue.
honestly don't know the answer to that, bro.
Yeah. Hey, if you find out, you let old Stinksack know, huh?
I'll be sure that you're the first person I tell if I do find out the answer to this question.
Craig's gonna take a sex ed class next semester.
Like, he's already thinking, like, do I have like the allowance to take the credits for a sex ed class?
If I fit my slot here, do I have time for break? Because I have 2
'cause
classes.
I know Professor Wiccan teaches sex and but that's more like a gender studies class than sex ed. So like, would that work for me? Or...
One of your bros pulls out a brochure for school and like hands it to you. But I think it's in here, dude. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like me. Now it's me and my buddy Tanner just bent over a table, like going through the leaflet. Like,
you see all the like list of electives that you could take and like which semester they'll be available in. One of the other bros like pulls out a handful and starts handing them out to people. But oh yeah, come check out our school.
Stinksack's just standing there, like totally like blank face, like overwhelmed by the situation. Like, huh? Doesn't understand school at all.
And then Craig remembers, oh yeah, V gets the next keg!
And then they bring the keg to V.
V just goes, I really shouldn't. Like,
it's
no.
to your lips, and it's start like pouring and like tilting it.
Like, whoa.
Like mid-sentence, they're like, "Here you go."
Can I roll a wisdom save?
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom?
Roll whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Bean pulls out and he's like, no, I really, really, really shouldn't. Sigmar does not condone this. By all means. What about that old lady over there? Just like, no.
Sigmar didn't condone, drinking this much. Give it to that old woman.
Seriously.
Somewhere deep in the celestial heavens, Sigmar turns over in his sleep, like, He doesn't know why, but he's unhappy.
When the guards came in, Kieran dived under a table.
Make
And
stealth
now
roll.
that they're gone.
Would we have
stealth
noticed
roll.
that?
Alright. I'll see.
Depends
I
on
want to
stealth
see
roll.
we'll see how stealthy he is.
Yeah, see how stealthy it is if I see this little fucker.
That is a 21.
They're,
Not passive, not
Stealthy as
passive.
all hell.
they're passive. They were more focused on the commotion in the middle of the bar and kind of just go and just like slip underneath the table. When they realize there's no like fight or anything like that, they leave and kind of just back up.
Greg is a
Yeah.
commanding presence. I don't know if you know this.
He's gonna dust
Presence
himself
approved.
off, stand up, and then he's like, he looks like he's looking about leaving, and then he sees the old halfling woman, and has to get a closer look.
Ah, curiosity.
She's sipping her beer as if it is a tea, but a very large one and a very bitter one. She's quite enjoying the fact that it's so bitter.
Kieran, how close do you get?
He goes up like halfway, and then he like can't resist the curiosity, so he goes up and says, "Pardon me, madam. Are ye a halfling?"
Oh, hello, dearie. Yes, I am indeed. But you... I've never seen you before, dearie. And I've seen everyone in the moot.
No, we haven't had the pleasure to make your
You're not
acquaintance.
from the moot.
Well, no.
A halfling that knows of the outside world. Oh. Oh, dearie me. A pleasure indeed. I am Vanny Tealeaf. What's your name, little one?
Kieran Warmwater. Pleased to meet you.
A pleasure! And she stumbles to her feet as she hobbles over to the edge of the table to you and bends over to shake your hand.
This is the nicest old lady halfling you've ever met.
I see. Do I get a read on what the fuck is going on with her?
Give me an insight? Yeah, sure, I can.
How dare you?
Connor.
Check.
A sweet old lady, suspicious.
Inside check.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
Finding
Don't
out
be
what
suspicious.
the fuck.
Don't be suspicious.
Right. 14.
Yeah.
Are you alright, madam?
Something for that. I get. Oh, that's a 20 deception.
Okay, there you go. By all means, this is.
I'm fine. I'm having a great time. I've not had such fun in many a year. Not since my 36th birthday, but 12th one.
I see.
She's definitely weird, but you attribute it to she's just a conky old lady.
Yeah.
You
Now, could I
go on.
could I bother you for just a wee sip? I'm awfully thirsty tonight.
You can have as much as you want. Actually, how about we grab a seat over there and she'll point to a less populated part of the tavern.
There is no
Not much.
No
I
such
mean, right
thing.
now we're on John Ralphio's table. I assume that's the most populated part of the tavern.
The rambunctiousness of both the groups drew even more of a crowd. And since it hasn't quite gotten too late into the evening, it's still very populated. But like looking outside now that the time has passed, like the sun has gone down, so some patrons are starting to peter out, maybe looking for another party to go to, or maybe calling it a night, maybe because they got 4 more days of partying to do.
All right, then I'll just encourage him to follow me under the table, where there's no one else short enough to stand there.
Yep,
Yes.
there is space under the table. There's like some legs in the way, but
She'll like kind of hobble backwards, offering you the mug as she goes up the table.
Perfect.
I thought you said you were trying to be a gremlin.
So, where are you from, if not the moot, dearie?
Oh, I'm from far away.
Do tell. I love tales of far-off lands. Would you like a snack? Oh, it's terribly improper of me to not offer a snack to a fellow halfling. And she'll start ruffling through her hair and pull out another wad of pastry
no.
to offer him.
Is it dark in here, Will?
Under the table, yeah, I'd say like it's like normal-ish lighting. There's some like lanterns on the walls like around the bar, so you can still like mostly clearly. It's not like lighting, but it's clear enough. But under the table, it's dark enough that you guys kind of.
Here you are. And she'll like try to reach out for your hand to make you take it.
Kieran, like, freezes and blushes, and he, like, looks around for an exit, and then he spots a different table, and then he disappears and reappears under a different table.
Dear me. That's what we can do when we don't live in the mood.
The moot.
And she'll just kind of leave under the table since there's no one else to talk to down there. Hobble back up top.
Above the table, you come into a conversation between me and V, going like, well, what's the issue with the word wench? I don't understand. It seems to really upset her. I didn't mean nothing by it, but she got so offended.
Who are
Well,
you talking
dude.
to?
To John, Ralphio, and V. You're out having like cake stands over there. The bros.
You know what you
Really
should
just-
do? You know what you
just
should do,
looks-
man? You should buy her a beer and you should apologize. And then you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna travel far away. You're gonna.
Vin just looks at John and he's like, listen, he looks at the goblin and he goes, look, I don't know why, but all I know is that she could probably crush you under those legs. You should probably not piss her off. That's just my suggestion.
That's my fetish.
I mean,
We know.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, look, she could possibly crush you under her legs. You could have one chance at this. You should take it.
So what you're saying is you
Vin
have a
just looks
chance.
at John.
So you're saying there's a chance.
What he said.
Both bring wise counsel. Craig, get over here.
Yeah, little bro, what's up?
What's the issue with saying wench?
John, you've screwed everything up, John.
It's okay. He'll come back. It's okay.
Anyway.
There you go. It's
well,
okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, I can tell you directly what the issue is because my mom, right? She works
Right.
at a tavern. The idea of being called a wench, right, suggests that they are a lesser being than other women just because they work in a bar. So that is, in fact, a negative idea to state that a woman is a wench of any kind.
You hear in your head, Tyler, it's improper. There's some murders.
Giving me a lot to think about.
You know what I'm gonna do? When I get
are you
rich
gonna
and
do?
powerful, I'm gonna build my own bar where all women are respected equally.
Lean
that would be
into-
lovely,
What are you gonna
dearie.
call it, bro?
Barband.
Or bad.
Just I was thinking the exact same thing. There's 2 types of people.
Or bad. I like that name. see me like go in, pull out like a little thing, and like I start taking a note. All that. Yeah.
It's just one word, Barband. That's it. No explanation.
He has this huge notepad too. He's just like one little word on the top left-hand corner. Closes it. Barband. All the bros start cheering. They finish off the keg, and now the bar is dry. It is nightfall. You guys have spent the better part of the evening drinking and partying in this establishment.
Looks like we've come across a problem, guys. No more alcohol.
That is a very good thing, V says.
V is wise.
Craig looks at you and is
No,
Watch
I
these
respect
people
it.
are like partially
You know what?
dilated.
I don't personally, I don't agree with it, but I understand where you're coming from on that, bro.
It's like you're seeing the problem too closely, okay? You're saying there's no more beer. No, there is no more beer in this bar.
I
Now
imagine
the solution
half
is
of the
obvious.
half the fucking frat just like a gopher, like.
The prairie dogs are all like
Prayer
posed up.
Sigmar. To himself. Where it's like, I shall not walk past the line. I shall remain true to my
You recite the
half demon man being like reciting a prayer of Sigmar.
It's an odd sight for those who know.
Like,
The what, sorry?
Is that the other?
hey,
No.
Craig,
Yeah.
Craig,
Yeah, little guy. What's up?
if I find another pub, you think men will follow me?
I turn around to the frat. If the little guy finds another bar with beer, where do we go?
To the board!
Who do we follow?
The little guy!
Little
Sting
guy!
sack, sting sack, sting sack!
They'll start cheering.
Little guy!
Hey, you with the horns, with me. I like push past. I like grab V by the hand and I like drag him outside. Follow?
B follows. Yes, I follow. The two casters are going to, right? Well, I know one is going, but the other one.
What?
B follows the caster group, like whoever has magic.
So, I think you only know that John Ralphio has
I think-
magic.
JR. And
My mage hand isn't invisible.
yeah,
You know that.
Vanny used her mage hand to pick up a beer.
Okay, so you
Okay,
know there are
yeah.
two casters currently.
I've not been holding
Okay.
my own beer this whole time. It's the mage hand holding.
Show off.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
If-
no.
If Stinksack says he's going on the search for beer, I follow and I announce that I'm following to find more beer. I announce it loudly.
So, as I get to the door, I'm like pulling V by the hand and I like pull him in close and I whisper and I go, "Hey, demon, know another pub around here?"
Calm demon.
V just shakes his head. I have no idea. I'm new in town, actually.
I'm fucking useless, okay? And I like scramble outside and I look
I'm
down the street.
gay, I'm homeless, and I'm new.
Will, if I look down the street, is there any like obvious tavern or pub?
Make an investigation check.
I
I give him the help action.
Oh.
Plus my. Oh, you're helping me? Because I asked?
Yeah, I'm
Nice,
giving you the
I
help
like it.
action.
Alright, so with advantage, 18 plus perception, 23.
Investigation, not perception.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Investigation.
Yeah, you have a
not
minus
as good.
intelligence. Yes, I know.
18 minus 1.
That's what I thought.
17. 17.
It's still a pass. You're good to go. You look down the street and kind of look both ways, and you're in like the main market area, northern part of town. So really, it's either markets or pubs. So you can like look down and you see at least like 4 or 5 more. Whether they might have enough beer to supply the group, that might depend. But there's definitely a choice if you want to go for a crawl.
So, like, as like I pull out and I like throw off of V's hand, saying like useless. I'm like looking in like the wrong down the street, and he like taps me on the shoulder and he's like, no, I think like this way, and like I look down and I see like some pub signs and I go, there, you're right, get the boys. Barband, barband, barband.
Barband.
Everyone starts chanting and like falling out as a crowd to head to the next bar. Derek, as you go to leave, the barkeeper's excuse me, Mr. John, is it?
John Rufio Saberstein.
What's
up?
He holds up the paper of the bar tab. He's like, you can
That's a note tab.
Yeah.
What's that?
Your bar tab. You gotta pay it before you leave.
How much is it?
Okay, he turns it back toward himself and lays it down. He pulls out like an abacus, starts moving the beans around.
Can I use minor illusion to make it unillegible, like you can't read it?
Trying to think.
He's outside.
Like,
Yeah, V's outside.
Over it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm gonna wobble up in between them and go, "Oh, dearie, don't worry about that tonight. You must be so tired and have such a mess to clean up. This one sticks out like a sore thumb. There's no way he's getting out of here without you finding him. You and that tall young lady over there. You'll break his knees before he leaves town without paying you, of course."
And I have the weakest knees in all of this town.
Precisely.
Just look at my knees. They wobble.
There are some weak knees. He observes. Are you trying to do something with that, or are you just trying to persuade him?
I'm trying to persuade him to just let him leave for the night, and he'll collect in the morning.
All right, give me a persuasion roll.
Let me see if I have proficiency in that so I can give you a help action.
18.
Oh.
Oh, I give you the help action because I have proficiency in persuasion.
17 was my other roll.
The other roll, okay. Oof. The party, Fernando looks at the bill. He goes, "This, I've seen him around, but like, this is a really expensive bill. I don't know if I can let this slip."
As a gesture of good faith, I'll shake some gold out of my hair and I'll hand him 2 gold. There's the start, and he'll definitely be back in the morning. I've lived a long time, dearie. I can tell these things about people, and this one is an honest man.
I say I'll come back tomorrow with a keg full of gold pieces. Now, how many do you need? How heavy should it be?
I don't know if I can chug that, bro.
I would pay to see that.
Is that a deception or persuasion?
No, that is like literally like, how much money do I owe you?
So he actually does count it up, and he's, that extra bottle, that's at least, well, minus 2 gold. I'd say about 98 gold.
Well, I can pay that right now.
You don't have your money on you. Yeah.
Oh no.
You wisely left it at home because you've been mugged before, and your parents told you otherwise. You went to leave with a sack of gold, and they're like, no.
Smart party boy.
Yes. His parents have told him otherwise, like, no, leave the money here. Here's your allowance for the night, and they sent you on your way. So you have your roll total, but it's at home safe. But so you're just like outright pay the man.
Hence the tab.
Hence the tab.
That's why you wanted to roll, you fucker.
Well, I mean, there goes all my starting gold.
Spent on a bar tab.
Oh wait, how are you casting spells and you don't have a spell book?
No, I mean, I don't have gold on me.
Oh.
Did Derek just get rule checked?
Yes.
Sorry.
What a fucking twist! A twist!
Wow.
She got a
So I'm
point.
like, how can you cast a first level spell without your spell book?
No, I can't prepare spells with my spell book, but if I have the spells memorized, I don't need the spell book
True.
until I want to switch them out.
That's true.
Unless it has a material component that you need to use the focus for.
But
Yeah,
that makes
I
sense
did
of
spend
your
money on
starting
a
gold.
component pouch as well as incense for my find familiar spells.
Ah, okay.
Hence why I only have 156 gold.
Spent
Do I see this going on, Will?
Did you leave with the group, or are you still in the bar?
He would have been trailing at the end, probably.
Yeah, so you're still kind of like in, like trying to follow the crowd out, but you're still in. You see this, yes.
Kieran's enjoying the festival and is feeling nice. He casts sleep.
On whom?
Uh-oh.
The person demanding the gold.
On
Is
the
it
barkeep.
Fernando?
It is Fernando. Okay.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
A wisdom
Right.
save?
No.
Is Iris
Sleep
within
is- you don't
earshot
get
of this
to
whole
save.
thing?
Oh.
HP.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What?
Oh no!
Can someone roll
5d8?
for me?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, okay.
Then do it? Alright.
I mean,
Thanks,
do you
Ben.
trust me to do it?
22.
Who do you trust more,
Alright.
John, me, or Ben?
I mean, Connor rolled
God.
20. If you want to go
Oh,
with
let
that.
have Connor do it then. Because I
Yeah,
rolled
we'll
really
try-
high.
So he got a 22. You're only targeting that area because it's an area, right?
You can choose multiple targets if you want, but yeah.
Yeah.
I am gonna point out, as a high elf, I am immune to sleep.
So he used to get caught, but that's up to it's where he wants to originate it. Yeah, he gets a barkeep, no save. Yeah, he. Well, it's not.
How high level is this barkeep?
What level? What? He's a
Four.
commoner. He's a barkeep. And he goes, "Oh, you." Kind of just like leans onto the bar and like slowly falls over. There's like a stool there, and like half leans on it and just like falls asleep on top of the bar.
Does Iris see this?
Are you still in the bar?
Yes, I'm still working.
What is your passive perception?
13.
What are the components?
There's all of them. So it's probably not super subtle.
You don't have subtle spell, right?
No.
So, yeah, you kind of see like does a weird like motion with his hand and like blows like some dust out of it in the direction of the barkeep. And speaks a word after it goes. Barkeep, thumbs over.
Well, there's gonna be a character death.
Narcoleptic.
Uh-oh.
Fortunate for you. Let's go. Thanks for the door.
Can I go to try and grab this guy who just decided to knock my employer out?
I want to make a grapple check.
He didn't knock him out. He put him to sleep.
Well, I don't know this.
Actually, it's
He's
confusing.
snoring.
Grapple check? So athletics, correct?
Yes, opposing athletics.
That's 14.
Point of order. Is she right next to me?
No, but I would make. Well, I saw it. How far are you away from me then?
He's-
Technically, if the bar is full, it would be difficult terrain.
it's
Well,
empty.
I think like yeah, all the frat boys followed Stinksack to the next
Ah,
fall.
okay, so the bar is empty.
Yeah,
I know
the
there's no rain.
the frat's gone.
There's still a few people in there, but like the two crowds that were in there have like left to follow Stickstack and V to the next bar.
Does John Ralphio follow me outside? Now the guy's asleep.
I'd be and I fully intend to come back the next day and pay.
Let's go.
I mean, you say that. They're gonna leave. I don't know if you'd be beside him, Kate, but close enough that you can. Like the bar isn't, like 50 feet wide, so
Right.
you can, like in one movement make your way to Kieran.
Okay. So yeah, I would like to grab him.
So grapple, it's an attack roll first, right?
No,
Oh, yeah,
it's
It's opposing
that's-
athletics.
Yeah, it's opposing athletics.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
But
rolled a.
can use acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grabber has to use strength, but the defender can use strength or
The recipient, yes.
19.
Oh fuck, you slippery bastard.
So you gotta put your hands on him. You gotta just ducks out of the way. You could underestimate his size because he's a halfling. So dips out of the way.
Hey, you come back here.
Then
Teach me
I
that
run
later.
outside and I yell, "Get out of here!"
Get out there.
Despite his better
Happy
judgments, of which he
festival.
has none, John Rafael bolts it.
Which he has.
Yeah, I'd say I try and chase the guy.
Want to get lost in the crowd? Kieran, you can.
Yeah, probably that's what he would do.
I yell out, "She can't catch all of us in 3 different directions. Go, go, go!"
Chasing him, but not he's like, ah!
Vanny will
Are they
stop
out in the
and
street
turn,
when they're yelling this?
Seeing the chase starting, Vanny will stop and turn to face, Kate, what's your character's name again?
Iris.
Iris, to face Iris, and she'll go, "Dear Abe, it's not worth the hassle. You should go take care of your employer. There'll be time enough for that tomorrow."
Well, he just did
Were
something
they
to
out-
my. He
I
just
understand.
He'll
did
only be
something to
asleep
my.
for a minute.
You hear from the crowd somewhere.
"You need to leave, young man. You have been terribly unkind to the proprietaire of this establishment." And she gives them a wink, and then turns back to Iris.
You hear from another part of the crowd,
young lady-
"Teach me that spell sometime."
Point the mess in there to go clean up. It seems your boss has suffered a spell of narcolepsy. He's going to need all hands on deck, I'm afraid.
Will, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Were they
And the
out in the
trumpet.
street? Were they out in the street when Derek yelled, "Everyone go in 3 different directions"?
He like walks out, and the entrance of the establishment yells it, and just takes off in a random direction. You guys are like not halfway down the road, but you've made like some distance to get to the next bar because you have intent.
But did he yell it then when he said that?
Derek, did you yell it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Craig hears that. I was like, "Scare!"
Oh shit!
I am attempting to tail John Ralphio.
Yeah, I think when Vanny's trying to explain, like she's trying to understand spell of Naka what now?
You don't know what narcolepsy is.
No, I don't know what that
Falls
means.
asleep without intending to.
Well,
dearie.
isn't that enough? Isn't that like kind of against the
It's
rules
a
around
severe
here?
mental condition. One of my sons suffers from it. Terrible, terrible. But if you give him a good slapping, he should wake up.
I'm like hugging close to Craig, like running in the same direction as him.
Yeah, no, the frat has absolutely just scattered in 8 different directions.
Yeah,
when I
absolutely.
yelled scatter.
It's kind of fascinating how on the nose on the uniform is.
Yeah, no, so I've got like a little goblin boy like under my arms like a fucking football, and I'm running home now. Like,
You are the ball.
the ball.
Ball.
We can't reference Dimension 20. They're gonna sue Will.
Not gonna sue me. Cease and desist comes into my mailbox tomorrow. Fuck.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is gonna show up at Will's door and
Oh, no.
slap him. We can't do that.
Oops, that's my fetish.
Wish.
So
I think
John
I-
Ralphio, when he says he's gonna to run 3 different directions, he runs behind the bar, near the dumpsters, and attempts to climb the roof, not realizing he's climbing the roof of the bar he's trying to escape from.
Not fast, that guy.
So I think when Vanny's
Wait. As he's trying to escape, V is going to grab Ralph. Not grab him, but be like, wait. There's other ways to do this. I'm gonna try to help him hide instead.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sneak. I nosedive into the dumpster.
As I go just quiet down.
Shut the fuck up. Just.
You clearly have more than me, buddy.
Fuck up.
You can make a stealth roll with advantage, Derek, if you'd like.
A dirty 20.
Ah,
Oh shit.
he disappears.
I am trash.
We've been new.
Yes.
He hides behind a pillar and goes invisible.
Just like turns sideways and
With a rock.
disappears.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I think when Iris, like, Vanier is trying to understand Iris, you have, like, that meme with the math around her head, and she's, like, trying to process everything, like, shit's happening. It's like, wait. What, so I just have to wake him up. That's all. It's not a harmful spell. I'm not very well versed.
I'll walk up to her and I'll tap her on the leg. Just give him a little tap, dearie, and he should wake right up.
I'll just grab him and shake him. It's like, oi, wake up!
So you go back inside and you gotta give him a little shake. And what happened?
Some motherfucker put you under some kind of sleep spell. I don't know.
What?
That they all left.
Oh, what the fuck? No, the tab.
Don't worry, I got a mental image of that fucker. I'll go find them for you.
I mean, it's not your job description, though. I'd really appreciate it. I'll give you a cut of the tab if you can find him and bring him back.
That's much appreciated. I'll go.
Thank you.
Do we need excessive force?
I mean, like, you just gotta pay his tab. I'm sure if you bring him back, he'll pay it. I don't think you need to be excessive about anything.
I think general force would break the boy, young lady.
That's in the doorway, like giving her 2 cents.
I look at the lady and like, as much as I appreciate your kind concern, I think I need to scale a little bit of it so he can shit his pants a bit, so he can actually be convinced to pay his bloody, what is it, tab?
Some stern talking to should do the trick then, yes.
He promised, he keeps his promise, or else he gets his hands cut off. That's how it works in my life.
Oh, I mean, it's not... We can, like, get the town guard in. Yeah, sure, I don't know if they'll cut off his hands. We don't want to be too drastic.
Okay. I thought that if he didn't pay, you would take something like a pound of flesh or something off of him.
Oh, dear me, no, Mike, I don't... He's trying to, like, fumble around his words so he doesn't, like, offend you by saying that's barbaric as fuck. He's like, not here, no. No, I think you'll just have to do, like, some time in the dungeon.
Okay. So, what
Quick question. Would I hear this from the dumpster?
No. There's a thick enough wall that, like, you're just, like, in the trash, like just eyes peering out from some, like, bags of, like, garbage and stuff, like...
Okay, I'll need some rope, but I'll go wrangle him up and bring him over back here.
Yeah, like, you find there's, like, rope, like, in the back store that he uses for whatever general reason. So he kind of grabs that, hands to you. Just don't rough him up too much.
I'll slap him around a bit. He'll be knocked out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Would you mind moving, miss? I don't want to hurt you when I walk out the door.
She takes the whole doorway, like, just she's that wide.
Could you give me a lift while you're at it? I'm sure he's gone off with the others, dearie, and I wish to rejoin them. They seem quite lively.
Well, I might be going the other way. Are you sure you want to come with me?
Oh, absolutely, dearie.
I scoop her. I put her on my shoulder.
That's 2 big boys holding 2
like a
small
little
people.
There's a
Excuse
theme.
me, I am a woman. First
That's
off.
2 biggins holding 2 small
There you go.
DM,
Gotta
I
be
would like
PC.
to make a survival check to go find this fucker.
Go right ahead.
I want to interfere with her by whispering suggestions that I think will lead her away from him.
No. That is a 4 + 3, so a 7.
Yes. You think you can go the right way, which is actually the right way, but then a little voice in your head says, no, maybe I should go that alley. Maybe that one. Wait, who am I looking for again?
Play craving for this terrain. God damn it.
As you realize you maybe track their footsteps or their trail out in the wilderness, you realize that on cobblestone in a very crowded street, you don't have a chance.
I
You
will
just see,
go
like,
onto the
bees
path. I try and
standing.
look at all like, Scones, tell me where he is. God damn it. I go and like
Maybe
make another
some food will help, and I'll take another pastry out and offer.
No, it's okay. I already ate. I'm not very used to this area very much. I usually live out in the woods.
I'll begin
Not
to eat mine.
anymore, but I haven't been here very long. I go around the corner.
Connor, you told me about these pastries, right?
No, these are just my rations.
Okay.
All my rations are just hair pastry.
Is your whole diet sugar?
They're tart, remember?
I told you they're all sour
Yeah.
and bitter.
The secret to long life.
Being sour and bitter, yes.
Yes.
It's a bitter old man, yes.
Trick theory.
That hurts. That hurts
Food
me.
I eat is sour and bitter, but what comes out is my pure sweetness. And I pat her on the head.
At this point, I'm like,
How do you reach?
If you look at the sky, dearie, the moon shows you where north is.
I'm like holding my tension, like, and I'm thinking, yes, I know where north is.
It's
But,
not
like,
where the moon is.
I'm just about to do something that I'm gonna fucking regret, and I'm
Oh,
just
no.
sort of like,
Will, how much do you want me to roll history to know about elves?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not looking.
I'm like, Irish isn't enough. I'm not sure where this is coming from, but yes, go ahead.
How long have I lived? Well, I know how long I've lived, but how much would I know just for having been alive for so long?
How long have you been outside the moot for? You don't have to answer that out loud.
True. Not very long.
So you know that
Well,
they're
21 on my history. I never roll out. So, dearie, you see the elves come from the east. Never eat soggy wheat from the
west.
whoa,
So I
what did
figured out
you
where
say?
north is.
Never eat
You
soggy
can-
what? What did you just say?
I believe she
Figure
said.
out where north is. You can figure out where the elf will go, for elves are naturally drawn home to the west.
I'm well aware about elves, but why did you say never eat soggy what?
Well,
Soggy
that was
wood,
an
soggy.
uncontrollable young man from a different universe who was doing that. He just forgot to drop my voice at the time.
Oh, okay. I think you've had enough to drink. Why don't you just point me in the right direction? Maybe your eyes can see better
I
than
point
mine.
her west.
Did we
I
have
go
break the
west.
fourth wall on that goddamn bingo card?
No.
we already got that one before as references. We already got that one, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, never eat shredded wheat is the traditional one. This is a reference to another D&D character.
Okay.
I just remember news.
Well, if you want to go the other way, the backwards way, the wrong way.
Are we talking about Weast?
Weast?
Weast.
Yeah, east. No, Weast.
Weast.
I love
Nice
that
and Weast.
you say the elves come from the west, which technically isn't incorrect, but neither of you are knowledgeable enough about the elves to know that their home island sank beneath the sea. So you're just like, yeah, they come from the west. And they're like, yeah, that makes sense. And anyone else who knows what elves are like, technically yes, but like...
Oh, that's why high elves are always soggy. Or soggy in personality. They're very uptight.
Hear that, John? Ralphio?
I am in.
I like how you
do
don't
I
have to
hear
add
that?
Ralph
No.
to the end.
You're in the dumpster on the corner. They're at like the front of the store. They're heading the other way.
I'm just standing on the dumpster pretending like nothing.
Oh, that's why, you know?
Vijay's on the corner whistling, pretending that he's the John Ralphio's not in the dumpster beside him.
Evening, constable.
Nothing to see here.
In the dumpster.
Anyone who passes by is more freaked out by the fact that you're a tiefling than worrying about you covering for a dumpster. The perfect cover.
Oh god.
Will,
Yes.
how long does it take for me to run home to my mom's house while I'm carrying Stink Stack.
God, how much does Stink Sack weigh?
I weigh about 85 pounds.
What's Craig's strength?
12.
You don't
Craig's
have
not
a...
actually strong. He's more of a dexterous boy.
He's more live,
piggybacking
yes.
Drunk on the park.
Like, he's much more lithe than other half orcs. Like
That's
he's
fighting words.
So, as
felt.
you're
I think
like
it's
running,
live.
and like I see like you're struggling carrying me, I go like, hey, fuck off, man. And I go,
No man, we can make it, bro. Just keep
Oh.
You're like a heavy sweat, like...
hey, no, Blaze, and I like, jump down. I go like, I like take off like really fast, and I go, do we need to get in a hurry? I'm rather quick on my feet.
Yeah, but it's this way, bro. I was about to turn the
And
corner.
I like take off following you, and I like turn the corner with you, and I'm
Like-
like jogging with you.
You're running home with the goblin.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
right
see how my
there.
mom handles that.
And like as like we're jogging, I go like, where do the other guys sleep? We got tents. We got where we headed?
We're heading home, man. Just keep up.
Oh, okay. And I'm like following you.
I yell,
You
Scanner.
run
The
to-
boys know what that means. That means the fucking popo are coming. Go.
I'm like ducking, like have my hood up, looking. I keep looking over my shoulder.
You got your bat, bro?
Right? Fucking Umis. I'll get ya.
No, most humans are pretty cool. You know, you're like that tall woman who worked at the bar that you kept calling Bud. She seemed pretty chill.
I'm like running, like have all this like new perspective in my head. I'm like, okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure that she was just mad at you because you kept pissing her off, not because she's a human, bro. It's just like, you know, you keep pushing someone when they're like working hard and, you know, in a low-paying job, and they're just trying to do their best to make money and go home to like sleep and stuff, and you just keep calling them a wench and shit. I mean, like, I'm sure at that point they're just gonna start like being pissed at you, bro. It's
Craig's
honestly
wisdom.
Probably not her.
So as I'm running, I'm like,
Craig's wisdom for the week.
it make a lot of sense, Half-Blood.
I also don't like you calling me half-blood, but at the same time, I'm not gonna punch you over it because, you know, I know that people call me that. We're running, by the way.
yeah. And I go like,
Like, I don't like being called half-blood, but at the same time, I've heard from my dad back in the Badlands, you know, they call people like me half-bloods down there, and they're okay with it. But here, I'm like not so good with it because one time,
as you say that, like I stop like dead in my tracks, and like you like, you know, 10, 15 feet ahead of me before like you realize.
What's up?
You say your dad's from the Badlands, Half-Blood.
Yeah, my mom too, but like she moved here during the whole, you know, oh, shit's gonna go to hell, the apocalypse thing, you know, and it's like to help out and stuff, and he was like, no, I'm just gonna sit here, be a fucking deadbeat, and like do nothing.
Wait, whoa. Is your dad a full-blooded orc?
Yeah.
Greenskin?
Yeah.
Tall?
Yeah.
Big
Built
arms?
like a built like a fucking semi truck. No, not semi truck. Built like a
Fantasy World, hold on.
Like
Semi carriage.
built like,
a
an
Blood
extra,
Bowl linebacker.
There
built like an extra large outhouse.
you go.
Extra large.
Also, for canon, football does exist in this world.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Blood Bowl, yeah.
Noted.
Love the reference.
That's what I said, a Blood Bowl linebacker. Perfect. So, as like you're saying this, and I'm going, what clan does he hail from?
I don't fucking know. I haven't talked to a dude in like, you know, how old am I? 21. 15 years. How long has it been since the apocalypse?
15 years.
So what?
15
Like to the
years?
date,
Okay.
guys. Come on. Pay attention.
Just to be clear, then,
Yeah.
where we're heading. He's not there.
No.
Perfect. Let's go. And I keep running. Like I run past you.
Yeah. All right. Again, wrong turn. We're turning, bro.
Skids.
And then we run to my mom's house.
Oh, God. Okay, we'll unpack that in a second.
Because he knows what's there. He knows what's waiting.
And everyone else, the evening is dying down. Some festivities are still going on, but it's getting a little bit later into the evening, maybe about like 9-10 o'clock. Most of the people that are like out boisterous in the streets, maybe they're gone home or settling in to tavern for the evening. The parades are done. The merchants have closed their stalls. If anyone wants to do anything outside, or describe what they want to do before the evening and call it a rest, go ahead.
I will ask Iris.
I open the dumpster. Oh.
I'll ask Iris. So, dearie, where are you from? You definitely aren't from the city.
I'm from far away.
Where's far away? I'm also from far away. The Mooch, to be specific.
Do I know where the moot is, DM? Probably not.
Probably not. You might have heard of other places in the Empire, but not like specifically by name. You just know that this is the capital. There's some towns here and there. But from the forest, from where you came, there's not... You didn't really get a lot of outside information until you came here.
Right, okay. She'll like go... I don't know where the moot is from. Are you saying moat or moot? Because that's very confusing.
From the southeast. I'm from the Moot. It's where most of my people live. Although, that young one, he wasn't from there. What a peculiar individual.
That is very peculiar, right? Look, let's change the subject. You know where that sneaky fella went? Not sneaky. The one that kept buying drinks. That's the one I'm looking for. Did you happen to see him? Did I not look in the right spot?
Oh, he must be... I'll pick a random direction point. We must be hot on his heels now. Now, I've told you where I'm from, dearie. But you just said far away. Where is far away?
I just point in a direction.
Do you actually point in the direction or a random direction?
I just random direction.
Okay.
What is your land called, dearie?
I don't think we're well acquainted to get that close at this point.
Oh, dearie. I'll stroke her hair a bit. You won't live long enough for us to get well acquainted.
Don't mind me asking, could you please not touch my hair?
Oh, but it's so beautiful. Mine's gotten so wrong in these last years.
So I
Kind of
see.
brush aside my glorious mane.
Look,
Backpack.
could you not touch my hair, please?
Oh, certainly, dearie. What's
Thank
all the paint for?
The paint.
Don't you have facial?
The markings. They're part of my culture. But we're getting off track here. Let's keep looking.
Oh, have you checked back there? And what culture is that, dearie?
You ask a lot of questions for a small lady.
Oh, I might be small in stature, but my mind feels quite a bit. Gestures to the long hair and the white one.
Well, if you have that long hair, it means you have a lot of secrets. Is that right?
Oh, you want to rifle through my hair? Go ahead, I don't mind you touching
No. I
She'll curl forwards for you to rifle through her hair.
You don't want to rifle through the
Her
hair.
beard's so
Don't you
fair.
wish you could teleport away?
I'm not playing a magic
Level
this time,
one.
baby. No, I think I'm just gonna keep dancing around her questions because obviously Iris has not known. She's probably known this old woman for maybe like 3 hours probably at this point. So I think she's just gonna keep looking.
She
do
will
her
keep
job.
happily asking you different questions throughout the evening. For she is a very open woman.
Yeah,
Very curious.
I think at one point, like, she gets in a point where it's like, you're very curious for a person that we've just met, like, what, it counts on her fingers, like...
It's a couple hours.
Place my whole life, and now I want to see the world in whatever years I've got left.
Well, that's certainly a big decision you'll have to make.
Oh, well, my children are old enough now to take care of the great-grandchildren, so I figured I might as well.
Wait, you got a family here?
Oh, not here. I was looking for somewhere for some of them to move. Our home's a bit crowded with all the 150 of us in it.
You have 150 children?
Not quite just children, dearie. I haven't pushed that many out. My children.
No, but I mean,
you also are their children, and then the last 70 are my great-grandchildren.
Oh wow. As I say, like, you have 150 children. I don't mean just biologically. Obviously, that would be extremely
I do
impressive.
consider them all my children.
No, only 20.
I've changed the diapers of most of them.
Like, you open her bag, there's dust.
Yeah.
No, but I meant like, did you like, what? I know in my culture we sometimes, during the wartime, we had taken in some stragglers who were orphaned, but that's
had many a husband. It wasn't that hard.
What? How many husbands did you have?
Well,
Yes.
only 3 of them were from the same man.
Wait, the 3 of them were the same man?
She counts backwards on her fingers. 17 other than the first 3.
I'm like trying to go like.
I was a catch back in my youth. I've lost most of that now, though. But I still know how to use my words, dearie.
Well, you certainly know how to use your words, and I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, oh my god, this lady is chatting my ear off. I need peace and quiet.
I've got 2 young ones here today. The little green one and the one.
Can I roll another goddamn survival check while she's chatting? I need to find this fucker.
Roll disadvantage.
I'd like to hook grandchildren. Perhaps they can continue the bloodline.
You're checking the streets. And you're like, where the fuck do I go? I gotta go here. And she's just like continuously going like in your ear behind you about how like her legs have never been closed. That's all you can think of when you're trying to search.
Can we take a step back where Iris said she opened her bag and dust came out?
Yes.
Do you need to process that still?
She's old, but she opened her colostomy bag.
Could you use a clarification? Oh, colostomy bag.
That was quoting Drag Race. So with my survival check from disadvantage is a 13.
And you're trying to chase Kieran, right?
No, I'm looking for Jean Rafael still.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait, I need to cut.
stealth-
I need to cut with John because I have a thing.
Go on.
Okay.
Okay, so at the same time as this little episode is happening, V opens up the dumpster, like, and there's John there.
I am trash.
Evidently so. Why don't you get out of there?
Evidently so.
Just, like, help him out. So,
You know what? That might be a good idea.
yeah.
Thank you. Your name
One
was
of those.
V, right?
Yeah, it's V.
When I become rich and famous, you will be my right-hand man.
So you're not rich and famous, right? That I knew already. But you are a magic caster, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where did you learn that?
I went
As
to.
I'm like dusting him and like clearing and taking a banana peel off of his shoulder. Clearly
Yeah.
he's like
His already soiled clothes, like his noble clothes, are even more soiled now.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
like,
pretty spoiled too. Like I've been on the travel for like a week or so. So yeah, I'm looking like shit.
You're both gross as fuck. Yes.
Yeah.
So I learned it in university. Never went to any classes though, but I signed up for university. Dropped out my
Right.
first year.
And yet you can make those things appear with your mind or whatever.
Yeah. You can't?
No, I can't, but I would very much like so. And seeing as there's probably a very big, muscular, angry woman looking for you, you're gonna need protection.
You
So
know
I
what?
think
I do need protection. Do you want to be my bodyguard?
I think that would be a good idea. But I don't want you to pay me in money because you don't have any. I want you to pay me in something that I cannot steal from you, which is your knowledge. Deal?
This is the greatest deal of all deals. This is the greatest deal of all time.
Don Ralphio's mind is blown. He's like, I can get something without paying for it? Yes!
He's like, I just have to fucking talk to this idiot until he dies. But yes.
You're like, I'm about to ruin this man's career. Like, knowledge? He thinks he has that here?
I agree.
Was I
I agree
able to catch
wholeheartedly.
up?
When do we start?
How about right now? So
Yes.
just like try to hide him as much as I can.
Do we hide here in the trash, or do we hide somewhere else?
Jump back in.
You know what?
I
You're
look
the
at the
bodyguard.
trash.
You're the expert. You guide me.
DM, is the trash a suitable hiding place?
It worked before, so... If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So if he wants to jump back in the trash,
I just put him in the trash and
close it again. I was like, would you want to pass up the opportunity to
Excellent
put up
idea.
this
We'll
haughty
never-
asshole in the
like-
trash?
And by the time they look for us here, they're gonna be too tired to keep looking. Excellent idea. I like it the way you think.
It's like, he looks-
Because just they're like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, but yes.
Kieran, have you sufficiently retreated and or circled back or made your way?
Was I able to find John Ralphio?
You make an investigation.
Maybe
At this
survival?
point, we were talking, so I don't think the stealth score applies.
Or survival, yeah. It's just to find you guys, like, plain and simple, because you guys were, like, out of the dumpster.
Right. I cast guidance.
Of course you do.
Yes.
Of course.
Oh no.
No.
Nope. Mm-mm. That wasn't that one.
Okay. I was like,
Oh lord.
depending on how, like, low it is, maybe. Okay, no.
Yeah.
You
No, that one.
you think that they went, like, way off to try to, like, hide and put distance, so you, like, take off looking for him, whereas you just went around the corner.
Hey, Greg,
Yeah.
who the fuck's following us? As you look past, like, behind us, like, we see Kieran just, like, following, like, trailing, like, running around.
Wasn't that little dude at the bar too?
I think so, talking to that strange woman.
Mm.
Think
Yeah,
he's a
what?
problem. Did he come to your mum's?
Honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna explain to my mom. One person staying over, two is gonna be fucking impossible.
Fair enough. Cut back to you guys.
Does anyone else want to do anything before the evening ends?
Before we get to my mom's.
Yes, I'll do that last section. Well, I spend too much time on that. Again, we'll get to
no, I
accents,
understand.
but
you need to pee. I know. Don't worry.
we'll get there. It's okay.
I'm intrigued.
That comes later. Anything for D&D. Here all night. All right,
Do
so
I find him? I feel like
roll another survival check. This time, if the DC's not as high because he's not hiding any. Well, no, he got back into the dumpster.
I think the DC should just be 10 plus my stealth, which would be 12. DC 12.
Okay.
Who else is survival?
The question is,
No!
do we run into each other
Wait, is my
while
finger on
poorly
a
looking for
fucking
John
angle?
Ralphio?
I just realized my basement is on a curve. Whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
And it's fine. I rolled a 4, so 7.
Yeah, so as Craig and Stinksack are like beelining it for his parents, I
His mom, don't get it twisted.
So I think, yes, at one point, I think Iris Spelly has had enough. She takes Vanny off her shoulder And I just go, look, sorry, I don't think we were very well acquainted. What's your name?
Vanny Tea Leaf, darling. I told you this when we met.
I forgot. I guess I was caught up with my work.
Oh, good.
Vanny, was it? What? My
Yes.
name is Iris.
Iris.
Yes. Like the flower, Iris.
Yes. Good. Very well done.
I'm gonna take her off the shoulder and I go, look, it was nice chatting with you, but will you excuse me for a moment? And I go around a corner, I take out a trash can, I dump it out, and I put it over my head, and I rage. And you just hear, ah!
It's like kind of echoey because of the inside of the trash bin.
Like it almost sounds fucking feral. It's awful. Like from like all the way
She's
down
had a
the
rough
village.
day, hasn't she?
Will, is that the
Oh,
trash can
no.
I was hiding in?
No, you're in a dumpster. You have a trash can.
Because it would just been hilarious if she picks it up, yells at it, puts it down, and doesn't notice it was there the whole time.
Like you're like pressed up against like the top of the dumpster. She has it over her head, screaming. Puts it back down. You're like pressed up against it. Close.
No, it's just a trash can, but yeah. Like, yeah.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And Kieran, you hear this because you both got like kind of lost trying to find John Ralphio. So you kind of just see like this large woman just pick up a trash can, empty it out. You're like,
Very feral and loud. I was like, the type of rage it says, this person is gonna fucking murder you if they ever find you again.
And you think you might be also looking for you because of the spell you cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn.
I run away.
All
Do
right.
you run into us?
Make another survival check.
I would like to argue we roll pretty high on stealth, so anybody who rolls high on stealth would run into us, since we have the best hiding spot.
Sophia
I like your
It's
logic.
logical.
He-
It's logical.
runs away from Iris, rolls a high stealth, jumps into a dumpster, looks, sees you too.
Hey, what's up?
Ah.
Oh man.
Sorry, I already picked.
Right. Spot's full. Pick another one. Zarks, get out of here.
Your hide spot.
Get your own. Craig and Stinksack, you make it back to Craig's mom's house.
I hear it in the faint distance they
Well,
yell.
I get to the door. I get to the door. Hand on the door. I turn back. Like, bro, I'm going to need you to like keep it chill, okay?
I'm always chill.
All right. Best case scenario, she and fucking Frank are asleep, and we don't have to worry about that. And we just go into my room, camp it out. All right?
In a tent. You mean your tent?
No, I mean my room.
Room.
Do you not know what a room is, bro?
You know what a room is.
I know what a room is.
Do you know what a bedroom is, bro?
Show me.
I will show you. I put my hand on Stinkstack's shoulder. I will show you the world.
And as like we go through the threshold, like he just like Stinkstack's like just whispering under his thing like, such a night of curiosities. And I like follow you into the dark.
I opened the door into my mom's house.
Both of you make a stealth roll.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What's my
I'm
stealth?
alright at that.
What's my stealth?
What the question should be asked is, what's your mom's passive perception?
No, I know what it is.
I rolled 11.
11. Me too.
11?
That's the episode name right there. What is your mom?
Green Bros Unite.
11.
All right.
Green bros. What happens?
Okay. So
Oh no.
you open the door.
Oh no.
You sneak in. Door kind of creaks. Floor kind of creaks. You stop for a second. Take a few more steps. Right to your room. Your mom and Frank are asleep. And they don't wake up. You get to your room. Nice and quiet. Close the door.
I open the door. Push him in slowly. Go like... Close the door behind me. And just like, kind of like, you know when it's like right at the edge, it's just like...
Click.
Alright, Craig's room.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Bed in the corner, lamp, etc., and then just fucking covered in the most white frat boy posters ever. Above the bed, there's a signed Imagine Dragons poster.
Imagine Wyverns.
Imagine.
No, it's Imagine Dragons, but the players are Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Or something
There
like
you
that.
go.
Yeah, me and the bros saw them when they came to Altdorf last summer.
Hey.
They were like totally chill. Right, sorry.
You do that drunk thing where you think you're talking quietly, but you're like half shouting.
Have you ever seen Imagine Dragons, bro?
Illusory
No,
Rivers.
I've never heard of that ever in my life. Hey, wait. And I reach into my hood, pull up my bat. You cool with my bat sleeping around? His name's Squeakers. I don't know if we
Bro.
got to that.
Bro, if you're cool with squeakers, I'm fucking cool.
So I let him and like flash hastily around the room before it like finds a perch somewhere.
There's whatever the D&D equivalent of a UFC fighter poster is.
Like on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's like on like the gladiatorial like brawlers or whatever it is. There's like a guild that
Yeah.
has brawling fights every so often.
This is probably the nicest living space I've ever seen.
Yeah. And this is my room, bro.
Wow.
He has like a real bed too.
Yeah.
Wow. I sleep there. I point at the bed.
Unfortunately, no, that's right. But I do have something for when like the bros from the frat come over because we're all like too drunk and they can't make it back.
We're all
to,
in the same war band.
Sigma Theta Chi. Yeah. Barband.
Barband.
Wait.
It's my bar band.
Mmm.
And I go over.
You-
I go over to my bed. I pull out. Well, you're gonna love this.
Oh no.
I pull out one of those inflatable beds with the built-in motor. Like, this is for when my bros come over and like they're too drunk to make it back to the.
It's a hand pump one.
guy. Yeah, but it. And I just flick the switch. It's like.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, motor ones don't exist. It's a hand pump one.
It's like.
But the foot pump one is even harder.
Oh, like.
Yeah.
Like. At one point, he just picks up and starts doing the accordion, like.
Because it'll just go faster. It takes forever to still to fill it up, but eventually you get this inflatable mattress available for Sting Sack to sleep.
Thank you.
And I go over to a chest in the room. I flip it open. I pull out what used to be my like kid blanket, so it's like goblin sized. And it's just covered in pictures of Thomas the Tank Engine or whatever.
What's this?
It's actually it's a steam engine that actually exists. Like it's a giant like tank essentially that exists in the world. But instead of like the turret on the front, it's like this cartoonish face.
Just doing this face all the time, like.
Is this a demon?
No, bro, it's Thomas the Steam Engine.
Okay. I don't know.
It-
I like tuck
it-
up.
it's- Yeah, so it's like I'm like, so what you do, right, is like you lie down on that. I'm like pointing at the mattress.
Hey, where's all the mud?
There's no mud. My mom cleaned yesterday. There's no mud.
I'm like looking around, like you can see, like he's like generally like
Hey,
impressed
hey,
with what's this.
Hey. I put my hand on him like, shh. You're
You
safe
think-
now, bro. You're safe now, bro.
You think in the morning you go get the rest of Barband, apologies,
Yeah,
and
Barband.
we get some ornaments, head out into the brush, set up camp.
I mean, we could totally do that tomorrow. Like, I haven't been camping in like forever, bro. Like last time I went,
Excellent.
my mom, she took me like
Excellent.
fishing out on the river. It was like wild, bro. I saw elk.
I want to get Bradley, Anna, Tad, me,
Tanner, Orlando. We can bring Chester if you want, but like he's not very good in like
Chester
a nature
wasn't
setting.
cool.
He has
He
a lot of
looked weak.
allergies that we, like, pretend we don't know about, but like he
Yeah.
has them.
He looked weak. We don't need Chester.
Anyway, so I like slowly lie this obviously very anxious goblin down on the air.
This is nice. This is
And I
nice.
just I pull the blanket over him. I put a pillow under his head, and I'm just like calmly, just like on his arm, like.
And he thinks like falls asleep.
This is the first time you've been tucked in, by the way.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Lovely.
It's
Lovely.
It's the nicest that you feel so comforted.
I know. This I can work with this.
And then Craig, loud drunk, but knows that he's sleeping, so he just like tiptoes across into his bed and goes, "Good night, little dude," and then like.
When we're gonna cut there, but when you wake up in the morning, I'm like nuzzled on top of your bed, but like at the end, like sleeping kind of like a dog.
Oh my god!
It's not good.
I snuck in over the night.
Oh.
All right, so
Good shit.
now Greg is sitting back, want to sleep. I don't know if Fanny and Iris want to make their way to. I assume Iris, you have a place to stay in the city.
Yeah, I am staying in an area where the blacksmith lives, so I would direct Vanny to closest inn around where the bar was, and I would make my way home.
The bar wasn't in, right?
Oh, the bar wasn't
I'll
right.
be fine, dearie. You've already showed me a place to stay. And I'll wander back to that inn.
Alright.
But you stay there for the night. The barkeep thinks you took care of him and woke him up, so he'll let you stay for free for the night because he thinks you're just a sweet old lady.
Oh, too kind of you, good sir. Too kind.
He has no idea. I heard you make your way home. Yeah, the blacksmith lives on top of his shop, so whether there's like another room in there or a place for you to stay that you're renting from him, whatever it is, make your way there and go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I basically like stay in an area. It's like, it's probably where the staples are. Probably I'd be sleeping around there. I feel more comfortable around animals, so I'd probably live or sleep around there.
Yeah, there's a stables like near the north gate on the top of the market. So
Yeah, it's probably sleep around there.
okay. Kieran,
He's gonna sleep
Feet?
by the dumpster unless John comes out.
John like hooks his
Hey,
head on. I'm like,
can I
I
roll
have
again?
to pee.
yes, yes, John, you can roll again.
Alright. 10.
Yeah, even like a passive stealth roll can't find him. You think maybe that they've either went home or like are the best escape artists you've ever met in your life, and you'll never find them.
I'm
Maybe-
You're
impressed.
not wrong.
I'll just want to say maybe you'll pick up their trail tomorrow if possible. See if you can track them down if you'd like to. But I think maybe for the evening, because it's winding down, most of the people cleared up for the streets. Maybe they have two. unless you want to try again, if they want to do something different, then let's just stop hiding, or if you want to spend the night in the dumpster, Derek, it's
I go to the guy. I'm like, I think I need to pee, and I think we've probably lost our trail by now, so we could probably stay at my place.
Oh no.
Sure.
Oh no. Okay.
I said I stay guarding the dumpster until either he falls asleep or gets out.
Elves don't sleep. We meditate for 4 hours, and that's it. That's our long rest.
Well,
So-
I need to fucking sleep, as I just grab like the garbage and just pass out on it.
Falls asleep on the ground. If you want
If he passes out, I'm gonna stay next to him. I will defend this boy with my life.
this is so wholesome.
Garbage brother.
Kieran, do you want to try to find them one more time, or do you want to call that a night?
I'll try one more time. He is comfortable during the night, so. Alright, that's something. 22.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So finally, now that they're not hiding, they're both just chilling outside the dumpster. You finally stumble upon them. V's starting to snuggle up, take a nap, and John's just kind of like cross-legged, like beside him, starting like, well, others like staring at him, unsure what to do with him.
No, I get up to it. Like, I am mostly joking. Like, if he has a place, let's go.
So if you want to head to John Ralphio, as you're like getting out, okay, let's go sleep in a place. Kieran comes around the corner.
All right, my family has a place here. We rarely stay in it, but like I stay in it for this fucking week, for this fucking festival, and that's where I have the money. So we need to go there anyway, so we pay my tab.
You! Elf!
Ah! They found us!
Wait. Wait!
Look, it's just one of them. Just two of us. I think we're fine.
I have skinny bones. I have skinny knees. Fight for me.
I've got a knife. As I look towards the halfling. Halfling, I've had a long night. If you want to fight, can it please wait until tomorrow after I get a long rest?
Can't you see me? I'm the one who saved you.
I look confused at John. What does he mean? Saved us?
Can both of you make intelligence rolls? Or wisdom rolls?
I rolled a 15.
Derek?
12 plus, let me just check my wisdom modifier. 13.
So, okay. Ben, you rolled high, but you weren't inside the bar when it happened. So you just remember them like running out, saying scatter, and like taking off in all different directions, and you followed John Ralphio. Derek, you recall that when he was like the barkeep was asking you to pay, you turned towards the door because Iris went to assault this halfling that you see in front of you, saying like, "What did you do to the barkeep?" As you saw the barkeep just pass out on the bar.
Wait, you're the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the one who casts the spell. You have to teach me that spell.
I think you owe me a favor.
Oh,
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But to be fair, I was totally gonna pay that guy.
V is like
Is that
reconsidering
where we should cut it?
who he should follow because he's like, wait, he's the one that casts the spell. But yeah, he's just gonna stick
Fuck,
around.
I already signed the fucking contract.
No take backsies.
Didn't sign a contract, but okay, well yeah, no.
legal employment. To the contract.
But yeah, so go ahead, John.
Should we cut it there for today?
Yeah, I'll wrap it up in a minute or two. But
Okay.
you just want to head back to his place and spend the night there, or do you want to spend the night somewhere else?
Oh,
He
my
would
place is
just-
great.
Yeah, he would accompany.
Yeah. If he offers it up, okay. All right,
Like,
so
it's currently empty. My parents are supposed to be back by the end of the week, but for now, it's totally fine.
Alright, so the three of you head back to John Ralphio's estate. It's like a very in the richer part of town. It's like a nice condo type apartment. Super well furnished. Like it's really nice. The area is
It's got a waterfall.
it's excessive. But yeah, his parents aren't there, so you guys just kind of spend the night. However you want to set that up.
My parents aren't there as far as I know.
Yes, we'll get to that. So yeah, we'll call it there. Everyone goes to sleep in their respective areas, and
We all leveled up.
fuck off, Tyler.
How much XP did we get?
Should have been.
Points for effort, but get 5 XP for not no one throwing up after excessive drinking. Yeah, no, we'll pick it up next time. Everyone spends the night. They'll go to bed to their respective locations, and next time I'll pick it up the following day, and we'll set you guys off on as a group adventure. If you, I know some people are looking for work, we'll go down that path.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm gonna point out this has probably been the greatest party starts in a tavern of all time.
Most party starts in a tavern. Tavern brawl. This party starts in a tavern. Tavern party.
Yeah.
Pub crawl.
Who will win in a fight or is it who will win in a race? One little boy or one big burly woman? Or one skinny boy with bad knees and one burly woman.
Like how you should around the corner.
I know.
All right, so we'll call it there. Go ahead and end that. Thank you everyone for joining us. That was
Thanks,
a lot of
everyone.
fun. Everyone have a great evening, and I'll see you guys next time.
Good night, guys.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.